the
Of steel, a giant stands, a mech with heavy pants commands, each step a quake, a thunderous might, eyes aglow in the endless night, a taint beneath, dark and vast, power fierce, shadows cast, a mighty taint beneath its core, a warrior spirit, ancient lore. Welcome, Tainted, a lace-up tunic or medieval hoodie. Welcome, Tainted, let's talk about color, or should we? Welcome, thinking outside the blocks. Welcome, Tainted. Thanks for joining us, you rock! Welcome, Tainted. The dancing of your fun hole rocks. Welcome, Tainted. Enjoy the Chronicles Outdoors song. Welcome, Tainted. Thinking outside the blocks. Welcome, Tainted. Thanks for joining us, you rock!
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Think Outside the Blocks, your official weekly Brickworld live stream where we talk to you about thinking outside the perceived rigidity of the Lego medium and also thinking outside your mental blocks. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Mark Larson, Chief Brick Officer of Brickworld, and these guys on my right, left, whichever, who knows? This is right, that's left. This is Miles and Cerberus. How you guys doing this week?
Oh, we're doing fantastic.
coming off a Vikings win.
That's all he wants to talk about. But unfortunately,
nice to have a team that wins.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, we're going to talk about something else today, which is why he's our special guest this evening.
I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, well, we're gonna pull up run a show really fast, so we can get to it. But the first thing we were going to talk about today is Maybe Coming, which was you, Mark. You are in St. Louis.
Correct.
So we can talk about where Mark is and why we weren't sure if he was going to be here, but he is great.
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about
me.
Miles's chagrin.
Yep.
Moana Critics, My Creation, Mario Kart, though we do have something else for Lego news. And then we're going to get into mystery shenanigans. Mark and I decided to surprise each other with our shenanigans tonight. Then we're going to have multiple choice. That sounds like a close call.
Yeah.
Manic Complains. That sounds like a rant. And then, hey, Merry Christmas. That will be Wednesday this week. And that's what we're going to be talking about. So let's do our first two topics here. We're going to start off with Maybe Coming. Mark's in St. Louis. How's it going in St. Louis, Mark?
It's going great here. It's freaking cold in this hotel room, but besides that, it's all good. We're visiting Matt's family. We had his immediate family Christmas party last night, and we are leaving tomorrow, coming back to Chicago. So that's about it, really. We've slept a lot.
Well, hey.
Yeah.
Have you been able to play, Midnight Animal Crossing, or has that been off the table?
I did not bring the Switch with me.
Woof.
Yeah.
Big crazy decision. Miles, what did we do this weekend? What did we do yesterday?
Yesterday we had a cookie thing.
Cookie Day. Yeah, tell them about Cookie Day. What did we make?
Cookies.
Cookies. Oh, very good. Who came over for Cookie Day?
My mom's side.
All your cousins on your mom's side?
Yeah, and grandma and grandpa.
And your grandma and your grandpa, yep.
And my aunts.
And your aunts. And one of your
uncle.
uncles for a little while, yep. Yep, and we had a good time. But Miles's chagrin, our second topic today, he doesn't know what we're talking about. He's been nervous. He said he wanted to come back on the show.
I would be too if I was him. So
yeah. So Miles, do you know what chagrin means?
I forgot.
Okay, chagrin.
Mom told me once.
Chagrin means like something that embarrasses you, right? So what do I do more than anything else that embarrasses and angers you?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
you call Justin Jefferson Stonehand.
I call Justin Jefferson Stonehand sometimes. Yes, that gets under your skin. But what about this?
My shirt.
Your shirt. What does your shirt say?
Riz the season, bruh.
Riz the season, bruh. So
Oh, are you gonna say Riz?
really mad
Are you
when
gonna
I
say
say stuff like Miles.
Skibbity?
Miles, you got the fit on today.
Stop.
Are you gonna say Skibbity? Are you gonna say
Skibbity? Sigma.
Mm.
This kid absolutely hates it when I try to use the kid lingo.
Mm-hmm.
And this is totally to his chagrin. What I want to know, though,
Yeah.
some of those words, we're never going to know what they mean.
A Skibbity toilet? I know what it means.
I know what it means, too, but he thinks that I'm not allowed to know. Like,
Right.
let him cook. He says I can't know what that means. He says cap.
No, I said mom can't know.
Oh, mom can't know what that
Mom
means.
doesn't know what that means, and I don't know how to explain it.
Right. I can't talk about his fit, his clothes that he's wearing. I can't ship him with anybody. These are things that I can't do. Right. So these are things I can't do. I was wondering if Miles knew any of the lingo when we were younger.
Yeah.
You do watch some like old shows, but what do you think? What do you think it would mean if we said, Miles,
What?
that shirt is rad?
Yeah.
Like cool?
Like cool. What do you think rad is short for?
Radical.
Radical.
Yeah.
See?
Good job. There you go.
So you're doing pretty well already. What if we said something was totally sick?
Cool.
What about gnarly?
Cool.
Yeah, all the words
Gnarly's a
just
good
mean
one.
cool. So it's just like Skibbity and Riz and Sigma. They just all mean cool, essentially, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Riz is short for charisma.
Maybe.
Maybe. And I've heard a Sigma is like an alpha, but more Sigma. Is that accurate?
I guess.
So this just embarrasses my poor little guy. Every time I call him bruv, he gets so mad at me. Look at this. Like he can't even help it on camera. He's got to throw an elbow.
Yeah.
So why is it so embarrassing for you? We want to know.
It's annoying.
Annoying.
How would you feel if your dad used the sick and rad stuff?
If my dad said sick and rad and called people dudes and dudettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. I probably wouldn't hit him though.
Well, yeah. You have more discipline.
That's true. I do have more discipline than you. So anyway, I also wanted to talk one more thing with Miles.
Yeah.
Now that we've embarrassed him about this shirt, top shelf though.
Riz the season, bruh.
Riz the season, bruh, and it looks like Santa's doing a little
Dab.
dabbing, little Santa dab.
What's the new one? The wrap them up in a dab. Hey, check this out. This doesn't look like it's a pocket dial. This time it looks like Ruben gave us $2 to say you can call him son, but say it like bro.
Yeah, like instead of going bro, I'd be like son, or like
I don't like
son.
That. I don't like that.
You don't like that either?
No.
I'd be like, what's up, son?
What?
Son, you got the Riz, son.
Let's I would say since we got a super, we didn't get a request with it. You of course, Reuben can request a song, but since we got one, let's celebrate with a Do You Even Star Wars, bruh?
There's a Luke, a Leia, a Han, and a Chewie. Stormtroopers, Rancor, Boba Fett, and Yuakui. Obi-Wan, Tornaker, C-3PO, come on. Do you even Star Wars, bro? 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 Do you even Star Wars, bro?
And before we embarrass Miles more, let's go ahead and say hello to the Tainted who have joined us tonight. Rob Claxton, first up tonight, channel member. Rob, good to see you. Papa Rex is here, channel member. VMAC Attack channel member is here as well. It says, spoiler, Sonic campfire set in the film is accurate, except the film looks more like Ben's version. I imagine he means the lifestyle shots.
Thank you.
Ron Smith, channel member, is here. Omega is here, channel member as well. Just had his kid listen to this. He mostly didn't know and ran away. Papa Rex says, nah, cuz.
Yeah, not cuz.
Nah, cuz.
It's not. That's not.
Apparently, not cuz is
No.
that's too old for Miles. He's not into that one.
Yeah, I would say, are you even of the right generation to be able to define the word yeet?
Yeah,
How do you-
yeet.
You know how to yeet something?
I used to use yeet all the time.
Yeah.
But now he's too old for yeet. Now he uses
Yeet's
Sigma.
out of style.
Yeet phased out.
Yeah, yeet's out. Skibbity's in.
Hey, I think it's Skibbity and Sigma. I think are gonna. I think they're
He
gonna have
was-
a real
he
short
was a
run
thing in third. He
I
was
think
a
so,
thing
too.
in third grade.
Third grade.
in third grade. Okay.
Now he's a big sixth grader. So
Yeah.
3
No more
years
yeet.
ago.
You yeeted
Well-
the yeet.
We also on Friday, we didn't mention this. We went and saw Moana 2, the biggest movie in the world right now.
What?
And I want to know, what did you think of
What?
Moana 2?
Moana 1 was better,
Moana 1 was better,
especially the songs.
especially the songs. So I've gotten a lot of people. I kind of went out there to look at this because my wife loves like every movie. She's never, like I hated that movie.
Did you see the
When the movie-
Suicide Squad?
Right?
She didn't see that, thankfully. But when this movie ended, she looked over at me and she said, that was kind of slow in the middle. That is like the death knell of a movie. That's like saying this movie is the worst thing I've ever seen. If she says it's kind of slow in the middle. Here it is. Yeah, Z's mouth. True. I'm spitting the truth today. And I can say that my daughter, who's probably more of the target audience, liked it. She was really happy with it.
I didn't like it.
I would say that,
There need to be more Maui.
yeah, that it was a little light on Maui. I agree with that. There were some other definite complaints about it, but
The songs were less upbeat.
the
Did
songs
Lin-Manuel-
he did not.
Lin-Manuel
No,
Miranda? Oh, okay, that's why.
no, so he wasn't involved. There was a lot of other issues. They introduced some crew members to Moana's adventure who were basically,
Annoying.
yeah, they had no real purpose at all. And
Especially the Maui superfan.
yes, the Maui superfan guy. And basically, I had no idea what they were trying to do until they told us their plan to succeed. I had no idea that was even a thing that was going to work.
And
was super
it
confusing.
was like they changed the story in the middle.
They changed the story in the middle, according to Miles.
Well, you were talking about it.
Yeah. So we were not big fans as the male voice. There were a few somewhat funny jokes, but for the most part, it felt pretty flat for us. So instead, maybe you should go see Sonic 3, because apparently their campfire scene is, the Lego version's fairly film accurate.
Good to know.
Or you could go see the Lion King
Mufasa.
or Mufasa.
Yeah.
Gladiator 2 is still out in the theaters.
Yeah. So I don't
You
know
could
if
go
you
see Paddington.
Paddington. So Miles has a lot of suggestions to go see instead of Moana 2.
Yeah.
But it was good for you to join us today, Sloan. Anything else you want to say about your chagrin?
No,
No, you're just embarrassed for me, right?
I guess.
Are you
Miles-
embarrassed by me or for me?
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Miles, can you do us a favor and teach us how to use Riz, Skibbity, and Sigma in one sentence?
Yeah.
Give us a sentence that uses all three properly.
I think that'll come back to haunt me in the future if I told this guy.
So you're not falling for it, is what you're telling me.
No.
All right. Well, good,
All right.
good call, friend.
Yeah. Miles is a Sigma because he's got all the Riz. Skibbity. Is that good? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I
No.
guess so.
All right, Miles. Thanks for joining us. It was nice to see you.
Yeah.
Hey Ben, I'm not sure if I told you, but you're fit as Riz, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks, bruh. You're a total Sigma.
Oh, it feels gross. But yeah, hey, that was fun. We should have Miles the movie critic back on every once in a while.
Yeah, he kept saying that he wanted to come on, and of course for us today, our letters are MNC. And why are they MNC? Well, of course, Merry and Christmas.
Oh, what do you know? Hey, that's clever.
It was Mark's idea, so of course he thinks it's clever. And Miles' chagrin was a request from Mark. We've talked about how terrified Miles is of anybody older than, I don't know, 25 saying Riz, and how much it makes him mad.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to see him squirm a little today. Nothing like torturing your kid on stream.
Yeah.
For Christmas to, get the juices flowing.
I'd say more importantly, if you enjoyed seeing Ben torture his kid on screen, like and subscribe. Smash that like button if you like what you're seeing, and why wouldn't you? And if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe, and you will get notifications when we go live and when we post new videos, which we should be doing more in the upcoming year. At least I will. Hopefully 2025 will be a better year for me than 2024. And yeah, check us out. And if you really want to, you can join and be a member for $1.99 a month or Wonders Galore. It's actually something like $2.12. We just had our first members only live stream. We had some that party was crashed by some non-members, and we'll figure out how to make that not happen next time. But we had a good little holiday party with the Pareidolia members.
We certainly did.
That's what we call our channel members, Pareidolia. If you're just in the chat, which is a great place to be, you are a member of the Tainted. So welcome, Tainted. Thank you for joining us tonight. And shall we see what's next on our? That's right, I'm preaching.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've used the Pareidolia banner in a while, but for those who don't know, Mark and I experience this a lot when we're building. We see faces, inanimate objects, and sometimes we take pictures when we're out and about and we see them in the real world, not just in our MOCs. I famously found one in a pickle that I sent to Mark.
Yes.
Mark sent me some from Italy, even.
Yes.
So there's Pareidolia everywhere in this world. And we're always on the lookout for it when we're checking out our new MOCs.
Yep.
Speaking of, we're 17 minutes in. We're going to run maybe a bit of an abbreviated show if we can, because Mark's out of town and he's got things to do tonight. So we're going to move right along already to number 4. Because Mark's in St. Louis, do you have anything to show, Mark? Or are we going to?
Nope.
Okay.
I do not. I do not. I had big plans to take pictures of what I built and then just didn't build.
Just didn't get to it.
Once again, yeah.
But that's fine.
Kind of been my mood the last couple weeks. As the season has ended, I've just been kind of like, let's not do anything. That's been fun.
Yeah. Well, we can do what I worked on. Speaking of our future 2025 plans, we actually did record a little bit of our meeting this week where we talked some about my MOC, about a particular area of the MOC, which is still not finished. Like, we're going to take a look at it now. I'm working on it a bit, but we do want to get into this thing. It was supposed to be done like 3 weeks ago until I decided to tear a whole chunk of it off. So let's see where we are with that now. But first, we got to play the walk-up song. So here we go.
Who's this kicking it with a new mob? New mob. New mob. New mob. Yeah. Will we get a chunky match? Will we get computer tech? An orange spaceship so sleek? Does he hate castles this week? Does the new mech have a wicked team? Has the castle from last week been reshaped? Has he built 5 or 10? Welcomes the Cerberus Daddy Ben. Yeah! Jump to 5 bit! Computer tech!
Okay, and here we go. We are putting the castle up on the stream here. We've we've got a few improvements even on this side to talk about. Kind of the main thing is on this part is I've got the blue banners back on.
Nice. That looks really good.
But now they're up front here. We do have a little maybe bit of pareidolia with a single eye and a big mouth. I think that's going to happen a lot when you have entrances with semi-symmetrical things above it.
Like the banners look like eyes and the flags above the door look like a mustache and the door looks like a mouth.
Yeah, or maybe it's a cyclops. Who knows?
Could be.
But we just talked about it, and now we have it. We've got some pareidolia.
Damn it! And we both found it at the same time.
We did.
There we go.
So we both got a little pareidolia cooking on this.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah. The other thing I had talked about doing, and I finally got it done, is I stretched this part of the build out one stud. So now these things are symmetrical over top. And I took out the chunkier crenellation over the top, mostly because I felt like it was making a really short gap between these two towers that I didn't like.
Okay.
So I moved back to this version that sort of matches the rest of it a little better.
Yeah.
I still have the chunky ones available, but for now, at least I plan to leave it like this.
Less chunk. It's been a while since we've seen something unchunkified.
De-chunkified a little bit. And then let's talk about, we got the roof done on the upper tower now. And so that was a lot of work. We'll spin that around so we can get closer to it. And then we'll look at the section that is probably Mark's least favorite part of the build.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The little shed. The little shed.
The little train shed. So here's the roof now. It's pretty well structurally supported now in terms of staying up on top of the castle.
Yeah.
So it's nice and centered on there and pretty sturdy. So it doesn't flop around, which is good.
I really like your decision to go from the yellow to the tan. Is that?
Yep.
It looks like the sun kind of burnt away some of the paint. VMAC Attack says, I miss the pointy ramparts, but taking them out makes the build more uniform.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those pointy ramparts had their place. I think that it doesn't quite fit this build like I wanted it to. Who knows? Maybe I'll put them on there. But part of it was when I made this upper section a little bit wider, it started looking really cramped between the towers and this middle tower. And so this helps quite a bit when it's structured like this instead.
The pointy ramparts, was that the chain collar or the spiky collar?
It was the big thick crenellations on top.
Oh, I should look up the word rampart so make sure I know what we're talking about here. Don't mind me while I Google something.
But that's where that is. But let's get to the part that we're still working on here, and that would be the train shed, as Mark calls it.
Yeah, let's check this thing out.
So I made a couple minor adjustments, but it's not there yet, and you'll see why.
Okay.
And I turn it, because now look, there's a big hole.
I do like it better, though.
Yeah, so I bumped it out one.
Yeah.
I increased the pitch of the roof.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be putting something on this side. Originally,
isn't that crazy? Like you moved it one stud, and I just immediately liked it better.
Yeah. Originally, I was planning to put a door over here.
Okay.
That would lead out to a little balcony.
Yeah, I don't mind that idea either because that kind of gives it more of a more complete wood shed look without the stone coming out instead, which I think that's maybe another thing that bugged me about it.
Yeah, I can just jam the parts up in there. There we go.
Check it out. Cooper Copper Kayak is here. He says, "Yo,
I
was on a stream with him this week."
Yeah, the one. Was it the ACOB stream?
The 6-hour ACOB stream, yes. And Cooper Copper Kayak reminds everybody hit that like button. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Would love if everybody did hit the like button as we're watching this. Yeah, 6-hour stream. I went upstairs at hour 5 and I said, "Matt, husband," I'm like, I am on a 5-hour stream right now, and I was like, you can't complain anymore about a 3-hour stream. No.
Certainly try though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that was a win for us.
Mhm.
The Christmas party went 6 hours.
Yeah.
And actually, I got off it after 6 hours. It kept going. I'm not sure how long it ended up being in total. I meant to go back and check.
More than 6 hours. That's all we know for sure.
One of the panelists was drunker than I've ever been on a stream, and
Wow.
it was crazy.
Wow.
Hoarder 66 is also here. Welcome, Hoarder 66. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're checking out Ben's castle, which looks amazing. I don't mind that door at all. I would like if there's another.
Now, but I'll get it there.
I would like
I have a question about though is moving over to the gray or to the brown wood for some sort of railing.
Oh my
Is that
God.
distracting with the black or not?
I will have to see it. I mean, because that's the thing is like you've got the wood balcony on the other side. So just real quick
true.
update. Cooper Cop Kayak says that they stayed until 6 a.m. Eastern. But I do like the idea of having another wood balcony on the castle because you got that one that just kind of sits there, by itself, no big deal. But like having a second one, kind of like I don't know, it tells a more full story that they do this sometimes. They're like, we want a balcony here, so we made it out of wood. But yeah, I'll have to see how it looks with the brown railing with the black.
So kind of my first thought,
the butt. Yeah.
Honestly, was, and I'm not sure how you'll feel about this, but was to replace this part that used to be stone again with stone, but have a door behind it out to a railing so that there would be a break that would also cover this edge of the roof, which is needing to get extended in some way. I don't know that I'll do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird transition.
It would be, I think, yes.
But, I got to do something to kind of get it over the finish line here on this end.
You'll come up with a good answer. I mean, if the door were yellow and the wood balcony was black, everything would be cohesive as far as that color story goes. Like switching to brown might be the issue.
Yeah,
you might not need to switch to brown. I mean, the door could be brown, but the balcony maybe should be black.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning.
It's kind of the unfortunate thing that when Lego came out with those half-timbered pieces, like the castle wall and the castle corners, they always used black as the reference for the wood. And it would have made a lot more sense if they had made it brown and yellow. VMAC Attack says, what do you think about having an area with some damage? Ooh, battle damage. Dragon damage. Yeah. You're not going to have a waterfall.
There. Sort of the idea there. And doing this black instead of brown might help. Still going to have to figure out what I'm doing on the edge of the roof.
The roof, yes.
Because right now that obviously has a big giant hole in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it is a bit of a stark contrast from the brown to the yellow right away, but there might be some things if I get some yellow up above the door here.
Yeah.
That'll help.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's kind of where we are. I suppose we can do the full
shot.
spin.
Yep.
So that anyone who's less familiar with the build can see where we are with it now. Usually we spin the other way. So we're going to do that. I also pulled some foliage off here, but it'll go back on after I get that figured out. You can also see I don't have all the, well, probably not from this angle. I don't have all the tiles on the roof yet.
I can't believe how much of this changed in the last couple of weeks, especially considering that you ripped part of it out. Ultimate Canada is here. Hello, Ralph Nader. Merry Christmas to you, sir. The rock work on this is amazing. The foliage as well, of course. This is going to be breathtaking in person. I am looking forward to seeing this at Brickworld this year. And we'll see how many things it gets nominated for. I imagine it's going to catch the judges' attention. I can't guarantee anything. I keep my hands off that entirely.
It's best idea, yeah.
But I think they'll notice it. I have a feeling I don't know what else is going to be there. There might be 5 better castles than this there. I doubt
certainly
that.
Could be.
But
which certainly could be.
Maybe.
Certainly could be. But
there's also several categories now too to encompass all the castles that are there, because it's hard to pick out just 5 when there's a ton of beautiful castles at the show every year. So there's a few categories you can drop into.
And I think now, even now, with the fact that it's unfinished on that side, when I see it in the camera spinning around, I do like that section better already.
I agree. I totally agree.
So I
And the
think
whole
if I do the
composition.
black balcony, I think
Yeah.
that'll probably help.
Yeah, I think like it's amazing to me how much the composition has changed altogether. I think you had a really good eye, um,
Mhm.
a prescient eye, I should say, knowing that you wanted to take those towers down and reshape them. Um, this looks pretty damn fantastic. Quarter 66 said you should make some how-to videos on foliage and trees. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We that's definitely been some of our plans. He says he's decent enough at building, but sucks at making things look organic. As a practice is really what I found, and mimicking Ben sometimes when I'm getting a little stuck. My little wafer technique, I hope to evolve that in the coming years because it does seem to be pretty repetitive on my part, the way I
Yeah.
use that technique. And yours, yeah, the way you round yours out and all the different angles and all that, it's something I've been trying to incorporate into my own builds, and it's not easy to change your habits like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the stepping. I think is a lot of it. The stepping, and then the finding out where you can use some larger
Yeah.
pieces that have more than one angle on them. Really helps
Mhm.
break up some of the blockiness. And I tried
Yeah.
to also do that with some bigger pieces that are sort of
Yeah.
angled a little differently as well
And I've
here and
tried
there.
that because I have those bigger pieces, and every time I slap one onto what I'm building, it just looks out of scale to me. And I think I have to get over that and start playing around with it more, especially since the foliage does so much to bring it all together, and I always do foliage last. And so the rocks have to look perfect before I put foliage on, and then when I put foliage on, I end up covering most of what I've
Yeah, two
done.
thirds of it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see how this last bit evolves.
mhm.
But we're almost there. I still haven't built the ballista up top,
Yeah.
which has been part of the plan. We'll see if it even needs it after I get this other part done. But you know, I could build it and love it. I could build it and hate it. We'll just have to see when we get there.
Quarter 66 also says, I try something, step and look at it, puke, and then rip it apart and quit for the evening. Yes, I know that feeling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
puking in the basement, I got to tell you, it's out of control. Yeah, I had it. Part of the problem I had this week is I ordered those new parts for that bridge, and like there weren't parts to as counterparts to some of the pieces that I had bought. Like for example, like that lavender arch, there
Mhm.
aren't any rounded lavender slopes for me to get the curve of the bridge on. So I was like, I'll use these dark blue pieces, and then there was no way to connect the Technic mud guard to the arches, and I was like, all right. And I couldn't find anything because the basement's still a mess, and so it was just kind of like a little more of the same. We'll see what happens this week when I've got some more time after Christmas, when there's just no plans, and hopefully no one will be bugging me about contracts and invoices between
Does that
Christmas and New
ever
Year's.
truly happen?
What is that?
That you just have a full week where no one's asking about contracts or other Brickworld things? Does that
No.
actually occur, or is it just sort of your?
No, for some reason Friday was a huge day for people trying to hit me up about stuff. I'm like, it's the Friday before Christmas. Like, why today? Someone tried to set a meeting for 9 a.m. I was like, I'm not even gonna respond to that email. I'll pretend I'll see it after the holidays. VMacTech says no bad building, no shame in starting over if you think it's bad. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's not a mistake. It's a happy accident. You got that. You got
Yeah.
the bad build out of your system. You can cut that copy off and burn the carbon.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with saying that something is decent, but it is not finished for your purposes.
Oh yeah.
I've got a couple builds that I don't have photographed because they're not done. I rushed them to bring them to Brickworld,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just not where I want them. One might never get photographed. The other one probably will, but it needs some modification. And there's nothing wrong with taking a step back and saying, yeah, I gotta fix a couple things on this. And it was the same with this, right? I had
Yeah.
2 towers.
Yeah.
And everyone said, they're fine. We like them. We like the way you did the roofs. And I said,
Yeah.
no, it's lacking a certain amount of presence that I don't feel with this that I was going for.
Yeah.
And so, ended up doing this. Yeah, okay, it took an extra week or 2 weeks,
Yep.
but it's really changed kind of the feeling of the mock, which is good, I think, overall.
Yeah, and this is good inspiration for and good proof of it's never too late to go back to the drawing board. And that's kind of sometimes the difficulty in completing a mock is there's part of it you should rip out. There's there's a step you should go back to that just seems like it's too much. But you're proving right here that it's worth taking that time
Yeah.
and doing all that demolition and the redesign and the rebuild. That's those couple extra weeks were definitely worth it, especially as fast as you build. Brick Dad Builds is here, channel member as well. Good evening, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hit that like button if you haven't already. He said he claims that there was one day where I had no appointments.
Wow.
There's actually quite a few of those. I've been trying to make more and more of them happen, because I honestly just can't anymore. I sound like a big grumpy pants tonight. I'm not. I'm tired. Brick Dad Build says I didn't. I said I was missing something. Getting to know you, it didn't feel like you. Now it does. Huh. What? This is the live stream brain where I forgot something I said just a couple minutes ago.
I think maybe he's talking about me. He says he thinks maybe he said I was missing something.
Yes, I remember him saying that.
Like my building style until now.
Now it does. Yes. Okay. Yes. I do think he had suggested the tower thing before you did it. Ben's build. Yeah, I thought so as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think so at first.
Well, I mean,
but I think you're right.
Sometimes you've got to come to it on your own, and sometimes you need a kick in the pants. Yeah, it sort of depends.
I don't think it ever seemed like a non-Ben build. It did seem. This really seems like you, though. I get his point for sure. And when you took it apart and put it back together, I was like, oh yeah. This is what he was talking about, and I'm very glad you did. You were right all along. I mean, I knew you were.
There we go. So got a little bit more of a pitch to the roof, and then we'll see what happens when I finish it. Right now, the brown door I'm not loving, but I think with a little more adjustment, it is going to be fine. I'm not giving up on that yet.
The brown door on the train shed.
Yeah, because right now I think it's missing yellow.
Yeah.
On this first side when you see it, and when I get a little yellow in there, I think it'll mellow out.
And Brick Dad Build agrees. It was always a great build. Just didn't see your excitement in it as it was getting towards the end. You were getting pensive about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed, I was.
Yeah. Good call.
Indeed, I was. But there we have it. So a couple more weeks on this, and then we're moving on. I keep saying it's going to be the cog next. Who knows? Maybe it will be. Maybe not.
And Horta 66 suggests you can always brick build the door. I believe it is it not?
It is brick built. The one issue, I guess, with that door right now is if I make it a different color, say black, then it'll just look like a giant black lump. I could do yellow.
Yeah, I wouldn't do black.
All the other doors on this thing are brown.
Brown, yes, exactly.
So, I guess you could paint a door if you really wanted to.
Ignore me on that part. Brown is fine. As long as the wood is black, I think as long as the frame is black, and the balcony is black, I think the brown door will be just fine.
Yeah, I think we will get there with this. And now there's just that little chunk right there that needs a little extra kick in the teeth.
Light at the end of the tunnel is a lot closer.
Yeah. Yeah, and this tower I finished off. Spiky collar's gone. Have a little rampart there. It's not a little crenellation. It's not nearly as absurd as it was before, but it's a little lower than the center tower, and it's got the roof on it. So I think that's going to be. I think the heights now are about where I want them. They're pretty good now.
Spiky collar was cool though.
Yeah, I mean, and it served a purpose. But if that was the only place I had a spiky collar, I think I'm going to have to just transfer the spiky collar to a different build.
Yeah,
they're still around. Here are the spiky collars.
Brick Dad builds.
It could be like spiky glasses or something. No, I don't know.
They look like thwomps from
kind of
Super Mario. Brick Dad Builds also suggested brick building a door for it. Ben, when's the last time you used an actual Lego piece door for a door? I don't think you or I.
In a while.
I think we both brick build all our doors.
Mm-hmm.
It says something that people think that those are pieces.
Yeah, those are
well done there. Hoarder 66 says make the door come out the side of the castle wall and change the landing in front of it a little to match up. So if it came out of the castle wall instead, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah, I could do that. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because I do have some space to do that here.
Yep.
So that's a decent idea. Then I could add more yellow. The only thing about that though is like sort of the purpose of this half timbered section is that it's covering something. This is on the back side of the castle. And having a balcony kind of gives it some purpose. Like you walk out of it and back into it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It's the only thing that's kind of left. And I started working on that today after I finished both retrofitting the top so it fit and retrofitting the center tower. So
yeah.
So we're getting there.
Yeah, nice. It looks amazing.
Thank you, sir. We got this. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Now we're both in the full-sized world here.
Now we are.
And we're going to talk some Lego news. Now,
we are going to talk some Lego news.
Normally that drags all the way to the second hour, but with only one mock today and the fact that we're squishing down the show a little bit so that we can finish at a responsible time, we're going to get into the Lego news.
It's basically Matt Husband's request. Like, don't make me sit here. He went off and found some stuff to do to occupy himself during the live stream itself. So VMAC Tech asks, what about the door being opened and that being a potions room? Ooh, that'd be cute.
Okay. Well, probably have someone stand out on that balcony. I mean, it would make sense.
Making a potion.
I could leave the door open right now. It doesn't look like anything inside that area, but it's easy enough right now to work inside that area.
And World of Lights for that? Are you doing any lighting in it?
Oh, good question. I usually don't, but
yeah, I was to say. I was thinking about that.
I do on space all the time though.
Yeah. I haven't thought of any lighting for mine, so yeah, it's a little late to add to the things I'm working on. I've thought of it for Clive's hideout or Victor's hideout.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad to do. I mean, they have it on Funhole. Creative, of course.
Yeah.
Funhole
has lights. Hoarder 66 says he won Brickhive's 16 by 16 holiday mock contest today. Congratulations! Riding the good vibes. Yeah, I was at the hotel last night and Brickhive froze up on me and I couldn't get YouTube to wake back up. I should have switched to the hotspot like I did for this because this is going a lot better than the high speed hotel here. Internet from the hotel here. Large interior room for a battery pack. Yeah.
I got lots of interior room on this for that for sure.
Yeah, tons.
So we were originally going to call our venture into the Lego news today Mario Kart. We're going to take a deeper look at some of those coming out January 1st. But before we get there, Lego did actually announce one more set.
Yep.
And so we are going to take a look at that.
Is it the last news of 2024?
Yeah, it probably is at this point. I think everything that we knew was going to come is out now.
Yeah.
This was the last one. And I have some thoughts on this. So here we go.
VMech Tech says Ben rolls up with a car battery in his mock.
I could probably get a small car battery in there. Yeah. This is what was announced, the Blacktron Renegade. And we had heard this was going to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So I also have lukewarm feelings towards this. There are some things that I really like about it, like the fact that the car is a drop ship kind of capable and you can drop it off. That's pretty fun. I like that the little flyers are kind of flying Blacktron logos, I guess. It's similar in a lot of design ideas to the previous one. They also decided to make it a 2-in-1, so you can rebuild this as a walker.
Freaking mech, yeah.
Which is another classic, like Blacktron set out there.
You see the face I'm seeing in that first picture?
Yeah, so we've got some red eyes over here.
Totally.
It looks kind of like a skull with red eyes over here.
Yeah, so it sure does. Space skulls. That's a hot term in Lego fandom. Space skulls. What does that remind anybody of?
They did have a factory set.
Mm-hmm.
when they were doing factory pre-ideas. That's what that was, which was called Space Skulls.
Space Skulls.
They had some cool sticker sheets for the Space Skulls, though. I'm gonna be honest.
It's about all that was praised
It's
about
all
it
that
from
was
what I remember.
cool about it. Yeah.
I didn't want to necessarily say that, but yeah, it wasn't anything I was going to buy in the first place. So,
Yeah.
VMAC Tech said he preferred the black and green and white Blacktron, the Blacktron 3 or whatever. Was that 2? Yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. The Blacktron 2 had the neon colored pieces. Now I'm going to show you something that's kind of dangerous here.
What's that?
Because it comes from Brickset.
Arg, arg, why?
Well, you'll see.
Why are you doing this to us?
I know. You'll see, though. Let me show you this. So kind of their main complaint, and some of their complaints I thought were stupid. Let me just say that. But their main complaint was there was too much yellow. And so here's a mod that was done over on Brickset for it that went more heavily on the black side.
Okay.
I do like this better from the thumbnail perspective, but
oh, look, a video.
Yeah, just what we need. Another freaking video. But they do lose in this redesign. They took out the center section with the drop mechanism, and I think they should leave that in there because the droppable roller is fun.
Yeah, and the but the pareidolia here is cuter. That's a cuter Space Skull.
It is a cuter Space Skull. Yeah,
ding dong doorbell. Space Skull there.
So I hate to praise anything Brickset does, but honestly, I do think this is an improvement to the other one. So that's
all right.
That's kind of a interesting little switch up. Is that reducing some of the yellow makes it have a very different vibe, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So here it is with the heavier yellow. I mean, it's not bad. It's just a little more yellowy. So it does come with 3 Blacktron figures. They now have the front printing's pretty similar. They now also have back printing. I don't know that that's like super exciting because it's covered by the tanks anyway.
Tanks, yeah.
So, yeah. Let's see. If I mod it, I'd mod OT to receive the gift with purchase that was from a few months back. Okay, I think maybe what you're mentioning is they had a gift with purchase Blacktron set that I actually have out in the other room. I could go grab it.
Yep.
That was sort of this updated aesthetic. I don't know if they were kicking the tires by putting it out, but we had heard they were going to do this Blacktron one for a while now.
Yeah.
And here it finally is.
Yeah. It's a January 1st release?
It is January 4th if you're not a
4th.
If you're not an insider, but isn't everybody an insider these days?
You got to wait 3 extra days.
But if you're an insider, it's January 1st anyway. So.
Is there a GWP with this?
There's not one that's known.
Okay.
The only gift with purchase I know right now, January 1st, is the kiosk with Tudor Corner.
Yeah, which is a really cool GWP.
Yeah. So who knows? They also have a number of smaller sets in the shop. I don't know what do they call it? The insider shop. They had a classic Spaceman tic-tac-toe set that has both orange and white spacemen in it.
Yeah, I remember looking at that.
But that wasn't a gift with purchase. You do have to spend points on it.
You waste your points on it. Yep.
Yeah. Question, do you think we have a lifestyle shot?
I know that we do.
I know that we do too.
Featuring vitiligo.
Some heavy vitiligo, yep.
Before I saw the image itself and realized that part of what I was seeing was the vitiligo, I was like, I just thought it was a strange shot altogether in the thumbnail. I was like, this guy's in a foyer. He's
yeah, what's he doing in the
he's
foyer?
Got a kitchen table in his front foyer.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he looked really, the body shape looked really odd until I realized it was the vitiligo. And I was like, who do they think this is for? I'm like, who's this weird skinny guy? And then I clicked on it and realized it was vitiligo playing
Yeah.
with my eyes do. He is pretty skinny, but not as
He
as
is.
insanely skinny as I thought when I didn't realize that the vitiligo
sort of
was causing his body to look smaller in the thumbnail.
Yeah, the two-tone skin sort of transition there. And look
There's
at
a-
all of the black or the blank books in the back.
There's a tree on the stairs.
Yeah, there's
so
a tall
mad
tree
about
at the
that
bottom
tree.
of the stairs.
Because you can see the wainscoting going up at a diagonal right next to the door, meaning there are 2 or 3 stairs.
A couple stairs there, and then it turns.
And
Yeah.
there's a tree.
Yeah, and then there's also a
Climb
big
that tree
window there.
upstairs. Yeah.
Also, look at the wavy pattern on the door.
Right. Why?
I don't know. So we've got
The
the
side
blank
lights?
books.
Yeah.
Got the
Side
blank
lights seem to open
books.
up as well. It's like you open up the side light in case you're moving in a big piece of furniture. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, okay. I guess. Yeah, it looks like French doors or whatever, the ones that both halves open.
Okay, so I'm not wrong. He apparently still looks like somebody let the air out of him.
Maybe a little bit. I think part of it is his arm under it.
Mhm.
It's like, very, very light in the front, and then it's darker up here on his bicep. So it makes it look like he has a really tiny arm.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he does. I think it's just kind of strange.
I think maybe the lack of hair and the vitiligo on the one side of his face make his head look a little deflated as well, and that's what I was seeing in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Where's the light plugged in? I don't know.
We
Oh,
just
right?
have a
Where is it plugged in?
shiny lamp in the middle of nowhere here.
He gapped it to the floor. I mean, that's what I would do.
We've also got mismatched chairs.
Why would you not?
That is a staple.
Yep.
And a couple bowls on the table, though they don't seem to be filled with Lego.
No.
And where are the iPad instructions?
I don't know. I know what step they'd be on if we had them. And that one chair is a folding chair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. A metal wire mesh folding chair.
Yeah, his body looks more proportional in this shot. I think there's just something about the other angle. Yeah, those bowls are empty. It's like they forgot, like the set dresser forgot to put Lego in them. But he has built the entire thing. He is very slim, but the photo editing was used also. Legs have an unnatural curve. Okay.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
More proportions here.
Photoshop into that.
Yeah, I don't know what or how I feel about the mech. I don't like that he has looks like he's wearing big yellow shoes.
Yes. He's got like big duck-billed feet. Duck feet. Webbed duck feet.
Yeah, and I think kind of
feet. What?
You and I have a general feeling if you go too much yellow, which is this.
Boo. Yeah, we sure do.
So we always have that going for us too.
Yeah, it does look like a chicken mech.
Well, they did have a Blacktron walking mech.
Yeah.
Had that action where the feet just kind of go like that.
Yeah.
It
looks like one of the Chima Eagle landers things. The Eagle ships that they had. That's kind of what it looks like here. Like that thing in front looks like a big beak.
Yeah.
The cockpit. VMAC says if they're using this actor, white was a terrible background color. It's just bad photography. Yeah, it's not bad.
Could be, I guess.
Not a bad point.
I'm gonna have to open my window here quick, so give me a second.
I think they got like a very large shirt on him as well. So he is. I think that's the other thing that makes him look kind of like oddly proportioned. Is the shirt is just kind of a lot flowier than it should be. I know I've done shots before where they clip the back of your shirt to make it fit better. Brick Dad Build says prison dungarees. That's what looks.
Yeah.
That's what looks like it's billowing on him. His prison dungarees. Yeah, it is like it's like they took a costume from Shawshank Redemption. They're like, that's perfect. We'll just use this
a denim jumpsuit. Yeah, I mean he's wearing jeans and the jacket are very, very similar in color, so it does look like he's wearing a denim jumpsuit.
You know what they said, Ben? They said his fit is Skibbity Riz, and they just moved on forward with it.
Yeah, he's a Sigma for sure, which I think is good. I don't know.
Miles didn't seem to confirm nor deny your knowledge of that word, so
he was not into it. That's for sure.
No, he did not want to talk about it.
No, he did not.
No.
That's how he always is with this. But here's another view of it on a well-stained IKEA 2-drawer or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
looks like they refinished it nicely.
You got to have a half a sphere on your blank books.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like the bowl's upside down.
It's a dome.
Yeah.
That book has a dome.
Yeah, and there it is in in the sun. So $100. It is over 1,000 pieces though. It does have 2 models, but you can't build them simultaneously.
It's a cool shot there. It'd be nice if it had 2 cockpits, you know? That'd be super symmetrical, but
Well, the original one didn't, which I guess is the idea.
Chris Cummings is here. Merry Christmas, Chris Cummings. He says he's close to the door so as not to miss all those exciting deliveries from Lego and because of Porch Pirates.
Well, you got to watch out for those Porch Pirates for sure.
You definitely do.
So yeah, Blacktron Renegade, which I think is the name they used for the original version of this.
Mm-hmm.
I do think this one overall is an upgrade. I might need some modding to go a little more black. I do feel like that does give it a different feeling that I like a little better. But overall, it's a good tribute.
Jesse's Brick Galaxy is here. Hey yourself, sir. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us tonight. Brick Dad Build says when the Lego sits staring outside at kids to play with. When the Lego sits staring outside at kids to play with. Yeah.
That's probably what the Porch Pirates are thinking when they see that is, oh, Lego, I got to go grab that.
Kids, yeah.
The adults know you can steal that too, though. So you got to watch out.
Having trouble comprehending comments tonight. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
I noticed. Oh, that thing's a little ship.
It always is, yeah. So that is one of the things about the old school Lego designs. So here's a good picture of it.
Ah, those are little little skiffs.
Yeah, so they always do.
Cool design either way, like the way it sits on the wings with the triangles.
Yep.
But then you can take it out and fly it. That's cute.
And fly them around. Yep. So it's always kind of
even though I looked at
fun
this
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like the.
It's a fun feature.
It's a very fun feature. It's very, very old school Lego style. They were big into this.
Yeah.
And so if you wanted to, you could build a second shuttle pod and put it on this side, and you could have your matching shuttle pods if you wanted to.
If you're into matchy.
If you're into symmetricalness.
Yeah. It seems like it's something that would be intentional on their part.
Yeah.
Oh, the delay hurts your joke. Sorry.
I mean, maybe.
In the windowsill. You guys, I don't understand.
That was this picture.
Oh, yeah.
I
Right.
probably said something else. I don't know, but yeah, they're just sitting in the window bay there.
With the
on the sill.
Blank books that match the trim
and the
paint.
fern.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The fern, they shove that fern into
and here it looks more like Ronald McDonald's shoes. We got them yellow with some red on them.
Yeah. That is.
I think that the shuttle pod though might be exactly the same from this over to this.
Mm-hmm.
So that part I don't think you have to change when you rebuild it.
Okay.
But the rest of it is different. So
I see what you mean. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
So yeah. So that's the one last new set.
There's one thing we missed that if you could bring up the picture of the figures.
Here we go.
The nostalgia in that robot.
He is super cute.
That robot, Ding Dong, a doorbell. But yeah, I remember so many of those classic space sets, and maybe into Blacktron, I don't remember for sure. That was how they made robots in Lego Space.
A little droid, yeah.
Was that exact formula. Like, this is a robot. Trust us.
I don't think this remake is as good as the Galaxy Explorer one was.
Good. That's a good call. I don't think the Blacktron Renegade was as good of a ship. The original set wasn't as good as Galaxy Explorer, so I mean, it's kind of like
that's probably true. I guess it's there's a certain gold standard I think with that remake that I don't know. I think part of it was that ship is so iconic that it was hard to beat. But for anyone who's not knowing what we're talking about, here's the remake of the Galaxy Explorer, which is now retired. They also do have a adorable robot. So if we look at our shots here, you can see this guy here. He apparently hands the guys their coffee. But you can see his little eyeballs and his pareidolia mouth. There. So he's a super cute robot. There we go. That's a good look at him.
That's awesome.
This set was really well done. One of the things that I thought was really cool is that the original set had this arrow on the side, this white arrow, which was a sticker or a printed piece.
Yeah.
And in this build, that's actually brick built into the side.
Oh, that's cool.
And it has a lot of gray tiles and slopes. So it really ended up being a very cool design.
Yeah, I like the fact that
So,
they just really took the original design and chunkified it. It looks like they kind of tried to do that with this as well, because it certainly is chunkified. It's a chunkified Renegade without a doubt.
yeah.
But yeah, this is just a better original design to work off of, I think. VMAC Tech says the new Lego space needs factions. I don't know why they haven't done that in the last 25 years.
I don't know. That's a good question. Gotta catch that Blacktron bad guy and put him in your jail or put him in the space police.
All they've got now is rovers.
50 rovers.
Yeah, they could have been battling rovers.
Could have been jousting and shooting each other and whatever else. We know that the Friends rover would have won, though, because it's the cutest.
Yeah.
So it's always got that going for it.
That'd been very cool.
But that's the newest Lego news. Let's take a look at the thing we said we were going to take a look at, which is Mario Kart.
I have an idea before we pull up the Mario Kart set.
A wise man once said about Mark, you think he drinks water like a great white shark. About every 60 minutes, he's gotta go. Nature calls 2, sometimes 3 times a show. Hold the stream, he'll shout and dash. The show is live, but he's off like a flash. Instead of telling him you hold the stream, Ben provides cover, the perfect team.
Yeah.
But let's get into some of the news. Do you need the bathroom break before we go?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the bathroom break now. And then 40 minutes later, I have to take another bathroom break. Like, just like, hey, I made it 2 hours. Now it's like, well, now you're making up for lost time. So I'm going to go. Nope, here's the right one. And I'm going to use the bathroom.
Of course you are.
You're going to go. Why don't you start with those? Because unfortunately, I have to use the bathroom again already.
Cool, go do it.
What's it called? What's BPH?
BPH.
It plays a tune 2 minutes long while the Tainted sing along. Keeps the show rolling smooth, no rush. Mark mutes his mic so you can't hear the flush.
Mark is muted, so let me unmute him.
The reason I mute myself before I go is because I like to keep listening to what's going on, but I don't want everyone to hear me pee.
Yeah, I managed.
It's been 60 minutes since I last went, so I'll mute it and I'll be listening.
Fair enough. Yeah,
You'll be listening to me.
Hey, Mark's gotta go. No interrupting the stream's flow. He'll be quick, won't take too long. He'll be done by the end of this song. Hey, Mark's gotta go. Mark's gotta go. Hey, Mark's gotta go.
Perfect. I can't hear you.
All right, I came in at the exact last second there because I forgot to take my BPH medication last night, and it took me a while. Just for TMI for everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Before we start, I think you're gonna know this.
Yeah.
Mario Kart is a kind of a subset of Super Mario Brothers. Is it Super Mario Brothers or Lego Super Mario Brothers?
Oh crap. I do believe it's Lego Mario, or it's Lego Super Mario.
Lego Super Mario, you got it.
Yeah. They leave off the brothers. That was a trick question.
Yeah, Lego Super Mario. So here's probably, I would say, of the sets, the flagship set.
Yeah.
$80. 4 characters, 3 carts.
Yeah.
It's got the caterpillar car, which I think is super adorbs. Ding dong.
Totally. Ding dong doorbell.
We've also got a motorcycle for the old toadstool guy there in the back, and then a Bowser set, a Bowser person.
is
I
not-
don't know.
That's not Bowser. That is one of the
Yeah, it's one of
that's
Koopa
Lenny.
Troopa.
It's either Lenny or God, who is that? And they're called something. They're like Koopalings or something like that. There's 3 of them. It's Wendy,
Does look like
Lenny.
looks like it's Lenny, kind of upside down from here, but it looks like maybe it is Lenny.
Okay, cool. Yay, good. Maybe someone in the Tainted can confirm. I don't feel like looking it up because I'm only on one screen tonight. And it's going to be a pain in the ass to share my slideshow. We'll see how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first thing I thought when I saw this, I think people were speculating. I thought it was confirmed, and so people seemed so confident in it that there was going to be actual like minifigure versions of the characters in the Mario Kart sets, and there clearly is not.
They're
And
buildable.
they've got QR codes, so I think there's some sort of game. So they're buildable characters, which is interesting. But as long as you get past that, these carts are very cool. I think they'd be better with minifigures, but I just said you have to get past that because you just can't. It'd be interesting to see.
I think probably the biggest problem with doing them as minifigs is there's a large scale difference between various characters.
Yeah.
Like, Bowser's big and hulking and Donkey Kong's big, and then Toadstool is tiny, and they have Baby Peach and full-size Peach. And I know they try to differentiate that some in the minifigs, but I think that would be really hard to do. And it's a lot easier to do it this way, it seems like.
Yeah, calling Toadstool is not Riz, man. It's kind of making you look like you're not a Sigma.
I guess so. He's just Toad. He's not.
He's not Toadstool. He's Toad.
Not Toadstool. He's just Toad.
The most gentle way I could correct you on that one was to.
Yeah, my Riz is fading here. Yeah. This is titled "Baby Peach and the Grand Prix Set."
Brickdad Build says figs still look better than the new Harry and Hagrid's motorbike. Yeah, and that's for damn sure. That's
no question. No question.
Have to agree.
But so you can build your own little track.
Baby Peach and the Grand Prix track.
They've got Grand Prix set. That's actually what it's titled.
Grand Prix set. And they got Lakitu, the guy who is in the cloud.
Yeah, see? Mario Kart, Baby Peach, and Grand Prix.
Grand Prix set. All right, there you go. What's the name of this set?
It's the set.
It's the set.
Is this the only set that has set in the name? I
do like Lenny's hair. What is that made of?
Yeah, those are.
What color are those? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, those are sloped curves, rounded, curved, and then inversed as well.
Thank you. It looked like there were bars on top, so I was like, what kind of bar is that?
No.
Let's see. Brickdad Builds also says figs look on par with Minion style. Yeah. I mean, the odd thing about it is like
that rounded piece with the arm holes in it.
My problem comes when they make the human characters and they make them out of a tile and a jumper like they do with Baby Peach here. Like it's a little blocky.
A little flat. I mean, I guess they are coming from the 8-bit, world way back in the day, but they're far more rounded now.
Oh, these are definitely based on like the current Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Edition,
which is not 8-bit at all. So
not by a long shot. That is a great card.
Yeah, that one's super cool. That one's super adorbs. And there they are switching up their carts.
Yep.
Like you don't have to put them in the cart that they originally came in the set in. OMG, I never would have guessed.
Like you can in the game. Yeah. Wow, they really, really want that plant in there.
They really do.
It looks like it's attacking the kid, like he has to sit forward like that because the plant is too close to his mismatched chair. I don't see a mismatched chair, but I know.
He has one.
Yeah, and just the fact that there's all the blank books. Go back to the last picture.
Yeah.
It looks like they photoshopped in more blank books for the same. And why are they playing on a bookcase?
And they've got like a ramp back here, like a book that's propped up to be a ramp with an arrow on it.
Yeah, okay. I was like, there's a big check mark in the middle of your screen, so I can't see what that is, but there's just a check mark on a ramp?
It's a down arrow. It's like a forward arrow.
Okay.
So you can see it too.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, it looks like they drew it on the book cover and then propped it up with another little book behind it.
It would help me if you
made it big.
A larger image. Yes, please. It's the city library.
Yeah. So there you go.
The city library has quite the plant budget for house plants there, for library plants.
That's about all the bigger I can make it.
That's all good. I mean, as long
There
as
you
it's
can
just
see
in
it.
the yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
there's
on earth?
a ton of books. And you know how they notice how they flipped them all backwards? So if they did have a title on them, you can't see them.
Yeah, they're not endorsing anything.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you don't stack your books that way, so you don't know which book it is.
And
But
again,
that's just me.
what is that plant? It looks like it's. It looks like it's
I got
like
two
lunging
plants
towards
named.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2 plants. That's why.
Well, there's might actually no. It's just there's a pink one over here.
Yeah. So the
It
pink
is
one.
just one plant.
It really
And
looks
then
like
there's a
it's
green
lunging
one
at
back
us.
here.
It looks like
Yeah.
we're being attacked by that plant, and that's why that kid was so scared.
Yeah, ball of oranges or lemons in the
Oh.
back.
His Brickhead build suggests it's the waiting room at the children's hospital.
Okay.
It might be.
Okay.
Aw, poor babies. I'm sorry I made fun of them. I didn't make fun of them. I
Okay.
made fun of the set. I made fun of the waiting room at the children's hospital.
So
But I
this
do.
is the flagship set. It's only $80, 823 pieces.
It looks like a lot of fun. Like
So-
I'm not gonna lie, it's a good part spec. There are a lot of good colors in it. It might be even fun to build before I part it out.
Yeah.
Mario Kart has a special place in my heart.
I'm guessing this one's going to be super popular.
I think so. That's a damn good representation of Donkey Kong. Like you said, they're such different sizes, capturing all the different like the proportions from character to character. Perhaps I am more on board with not making minifigs for this. One I gotta say, the one thing I don't that banana peel is so freaking cute. One thing I don't necessarily like is the front of the barrel. Like that's a barrel car.
Yeah.
And that is a little bit too much space between slopes to really say, hey, that's the front of a barrel. It's a bullet-shaped barrel.
Yeah, it needs a little work for sure.
I wish they would have done spent a little more time working on that before pulling the trigger. That looks like, are those new wheels? Is that a new size wheel that I'm unfamiliar with?
Yeah, those were also, I believe, on the Caterpillar one in purple. Here they are in reddish brown. I like the turtle shells with the shooter element. That's kind of fun. Helps with the play, I guess.
Yeah, it's so the having the banana on the target is a little interesting, just because in the game you get those bananas from like a mystery box. So it'd be cool to see like the question mark from the game when you run through the box, or some sort of better representation of the power up boxes.
They did have those in the Grand Prix set. There were a couple of them.
Not sure how I feel about that. Yeah,
we'll go back and look at them. But yeah, this. So
you don't have to. I just don't know how I feel about it. Oh, he's got his little scarf on.
He does. He's got his little tie on. Yep. It's like blown off to the side.
Yeah, the tie. That's what it is. Thank you.
Yeah. He's all business.
Yeah, I like this. I like the way they made Donkey Kong's face.
Yeah.
What are his hands? Are those like the troll hands?
Yeah, those are like the big fig hands.
Nice.
And there's a better look at the barrel car. And yes, it is very gappy in the front.
Yeah.
Not well rounded for sure.
I can see what they were going for, but it'd be nice if there was like something in between those, like that would make it look like slats. But it looks like it's built on a ring.
Yeah,
maybe one of those octagonal.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it could be
bar things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's probably a better way to do this for sure.
Yeah. This part of it looks cute as hell, like because it's nice and rounded. There's no gaps.
The middle is helpful.
The barrel bands. What do they call them? They call them belly bands or something like that. I forget my barrel terminology. Don't ask how I know that.
Doesn't everyone?
It was a package design class I took in college.
Yeah. And there's DK.
I do like it.
This tie on out of the cart. He does have looks like special pieces for his feet. And perhaps those have been in other Donkey Kong sets. I don't have any, or if I do, they're in my closet of shame. So
I think they especially captured the character with the hair, with like the cute cowlick.
Yeah.
Off his.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, there he is going up a ramp again. Homemade ramp.
This makes sense to me because they're showing more that it's a homemade ramp, not this random thing that you would buy that has a down arrow on it.
Yeah.
Why is there a clothes rack in back? Why are there plants shoved into every corner of this? Why must you do this to us? Is
I
that
know.
enhancing the marketing on this? Like, are they seeing a better result from lifestyle shots with plants in the foreground? I wonder. They must be, because they're
I
really
don't know.
starting to shove those plants in. She's having a great time though. I mean,
She
she's
is.
enjoying the hell out of that set.
Once again, no iPad shots on any of these.
Mm,
Highly disappointing. I'm not sure that I
insane.
understand
I
that
just
you
don't
could
appreciate the
do that.
inconsistency of it. That's what pisses me off.
It's more the issue is the inconsistency. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are kind of I would say the two premier sets, but they're not the only ones. We've
They're
also
not.
got
We've discussed one of these at length.
the Ding Dong a Doorbell,
But is it?
Baby Mario versus Baby Luigi. So we can check out that one. Do you
All
want to look
6
at
of these
any of
are
the other
good.
ones?
I do like the one with the kite flyer. I do
Okay.
want to look at the Yoshi.
Okay.
I do want to look at the Toad
let's
picture.
look at
Yeah,
all
let's
of
look
them.
at all of them. Let's do it.
Let's look at all of them.
Why not?
All right. We are going to start with
It's Christmas.
we're going to start with the babies because they're green and red, very Christmas
Very
color
Christmassy.
here.
Yeah, yep.
And we got the tricycle, the backwards tricycle versus the I don't know how to describe that car.
It's called like it has a name in the game. It's like the Ladybuggy or something like that. And that's probably a better name than they actually have for it. 'Cause I do remember it's something. And so there's a game in the game. Hello? There's like a course in the game that you can play that's like it's a versus, like you can play with a multiplayer different game. So instead of racing, you go around the course and you try to pop everyone's balloons. So you can either do team or you can do versus. And so I do appreciate that they're showing us that. They've had better representations of balloons. I don't know why they went back to this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the balloons have stripes down the center in the game, from what I remember. And I used to play that with my niece and nephew a lot. Like that was our favorite thing to do, was go doing the competition games. The versus games, I guess I would call them, for lack of a better term. Because even if you play together, if you co-op, then you're against another team that's all NPC or CPU generated team. This isn't a bad build here at all. Yeah, it's a very good representation of what's in the game.
Yeah. Jesse asks, that's the figs? Yeah, that's what they look like, Jesse.
Yeah.
He makes kind of an eye roll look. I'm not sure that they have much for mouths in the game, so maybe you're not missing a lot there, but they are very block-headed with the super big hats.
That's literal button noses. So. I think you made a good call on the cute versus stupid episode, that the bodies are just bonkers.
They really are.
And they do kind of have that
rounded over bodies. It's weird.
They do have kind of that chibi look in the game where they're like their bodies are their heads are
bigger than their bodies.
Disproportionate, yeah.
Yep.
I guess
that.
This is the way you do it.
Yeah.
Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. It's interesting they're going with so many babies. We have Baby Peach, we have Toad, we have Baby Luigi, we have Baby Mario, that are all kind of the same scale for this first wave. So yeah, the backwards tricycle, as you called it, which isn't a bad description of what it is. That's a pretty good design, I think.
Yeah, it's solid.
You're really itching, sorry.
Yeah, I think both of the builds are cute.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's much else to say about them. I don't see a lot of new pieces outside of the wheels, but they're very cute.
They are cute. I'm sure those hats are new. I'm sure the legs haven't been produced in those colors, because they had to have been something before this.
Yeah, they had all those
Super Mario.
All those boxed mini character Mario sets,
which I really liked. There was a lot of unique pieces and colors in those. When the Target by us stopped selling CMFs, they had those in the checkout aisle, and I used to grab those and have a lot of unique pieces that just came in those.
Yeah. And there they are. I don't know what Luigi's doing here, guiding Mario in for a landing, I guess.
No, and the point of the game is to pop those balloons, so it's like he's just standing there like, come run me over.
Mm-hmm. Got another homemade ramp.
Yep.
Homemade
and a tunnel.
Track.
Yep.
And here you can see they put Big Mario and Big Luigi in them.
And they put painter's tape on the table, or did they Photoshop that in later? Who knows?
I don't know. Hard to say. So there we have it, just stacked up on the table.
And a milk carton too, in
Milk,
case you.
like some weird blue milk carton back here.
Yep. It's an obstacle.
It's an obstacle. Okay, let's look at the Yoshi bike. Blue Yoshi. So
Riding
maybe
the
this is
green
a
Yoshi bike, yeah.
special Yoshi. Here you can see the question mark box.
Ah, nice. I like that better.
Yeah. The obstacle cones look kind of terrible.
Papa Rex says all that for $30. So was the last one $30 or was this one $30?
Let's look. Yeah, $30.
Yeah.
Only 321 pieces, but
That's not really bad for the
two well-built
Nintendo
cars.
property.
Yeah,
There's no
Nintendo.
minifigures in them, so they should be able to keep the price down.
Yeah.
There's an IP they're paying for. I do wish Yoshi's nose was a little bit more rounded.
Okay. I do like the egg motif. Looks nice on here. I do like that the Yoshi bike looks like Yoshi.
Yep.
It's always
Well, that's how it looks.
fun.
Again, that's how it looks in the game. So
Yep.
I like that you can really launch the shells from this. I don't know if we've seen that.
Yeah.
The red shell goes
more-
forward, but then,
More
that's okay.
obvious.
Yeah.
So the cones look stupid, but
The cones do look stupid. They don't necessarily look like cones for whatever reason.
no, they look like they look like tips. They look like chamfered tips or something that you try to like plug something in, so they're
Yeah.
got little
They
bars on them.
do look like
That's what
that.
they look like.
Yeesh.
So you're not going to be able to unsee that now.
No.
Hot and cold water because they're red and blue.
See a lot of things in that now. Not going to mention
Yeah.
it. Maybe on the next members only stream,
Maybe.
we'll have a long discussion about what those things look like.
There we go. And now the little arms are down on the eggs for the Yoshi
I wonder
bike.
if there's enough pieces in this to rebuild Blue Yoshi as Green Yoshi.
I think so.
And the eyes would have to be
The
transparent.
eyes are kind of the one problem, yeah.
All right,
the
VMAC
arms.
Attack's just digging right in. These should all be minifigures. He's mad.
All right, VMAC.
A couple minutes ago, Brick Dad Builds laughed at something. He also says question block should be on the clear bar instead of window also. I don't think it's on windows. I think it's on I think they're on clear panels.
There you can see her launching it. And she's, of course, in this new Lego thing with the solid one color background thing.
So knowing like product photo studios, I believe that is like a giant ramp that they've
Mhm.
colored, maybe with lighting, maybe with post production, to cut out all shadow, because it does look like she is just floating in a yellow ether, playing with the set,
As one does.
as one does.
Let's see. I was laughing at the cone comment from back
Yeah.
then.
Thank you. Clear panel is a window. I'm Ron Burgundy. No, clear panel is a panel, and a window is a
It's a
window.
panel. Yeah. Windows, we're thinking like a
What do
window
you-
frame when you say
what do you
window.
Did you even Lego part, bro? Like,
Yeah, do you even Lego part, bro? But yeah, they are definitely sometimes used as windows or windscreen elements.
Sure,
Those
sure.
are definitely panels. Mario can ride this bike too. OMG, I never would have guessed it. Let's see here. Let's go to Toad's Garage. I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't
Toad's
either.
Garage. Before we get too far into this, since we $40, 390 pieces. We're under the 10-cent mark,
Ooh,
or over the 10-cent mark. But
something's
here
gonna
we
bitch
have
about
it.
that. Mm-hmm.
So you can customize your cart here.
This car is cool.
Different wheels. I do like the big exhaust pipes out the back.
Yep.
You can put in the flaming engine part up top here. You can add a horn. Why not?
I bet you can put Mario in there. I bet you can put Baby Mario in there, but can you put Donkey Kong in there?
I don't know. It's a good question. Have a little tire rack. Two little Toad helpers who are gonna put you on here.
Yeah, this is this is in the loading screen where you customize your car. Looks very much like it. That's what that's based off of. I thought that's what you were clicking for.
Got some Nintendo tips from Mark. So here it is.
Sure do.
You
The
can
two properties I know. Mario Kart and Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so they got their engines sort of. This guy's wrenching on the engine. Why not?
That's what you do in the pit.
Yeah.
Pit Cruise 4, wrenching your engine.
Okay. So I don't know that there's a lot of crazy new parts other than this horn part in looks like dark bluish gray, which
I don't
is
know
a
that
cool
he needs
use.
like a giant false stud on the top of his helmet. Like that's definitely. I think their helmets are relatively rounded in the game. Maybe that's just.
Okay.
No, look, it's round. Maybe they're just covering the studs.
Probably.
It does look like a big old Lego stud is the result.
Yeah.
Whatever they've tried to do. Cool Han Luke Brooks is here. Hey, Cool Han Luke Brooks, thanks for joining us tonight. He was also on the 18-hour live stream on Thursday, and it has had by far the best name on the stream. Thanks for joining us tonight, by the way. Rick Dad Builds a couple minutes ago said shell launcher. How's shell in launcher? How is it? Yeah,
It has a tail. It's got a white tail on it that goes into the launcher.
It goes into like what would like kind of like the stud shooter thing when it was like a pew, like the missile with the.
It looks like it's got
looking one, I guess, for lack of a better.
It's got a rail on it, and then it has two barbs that stick up. So it goes into the launcher, and then I'm guessing when you push the thing down, it lifts something that releases a pinch on the little barbs, and it shoots out.
Your forensic work there was very Riz.
Thank you.
Skibbity Riz, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a good look at the shell, because we've had a couple times where we've been able to see it.
Yeah.
And that picture's okay, but let's see if there's one. Oh, here.
One.
Here's a good one.
There we go.
So right here, down here, you can see it. So that's how they go in. They got this white tail piece that's got a couple guide rails on the side, and then the barbs stick in there, and then when you depress the little launcher, it pushes it past the plastic and it shoots out. So.
And since we're moving on to this one, I would say ding dong, this is a doorbell.
We got a red toad this time fixing up the car.
Yep.
I think the exciting part on this one, because they don't seem to have a driver, is that it's probably Mario's cart. It's got the M on it, and it's got the kite on it for the parts where you fly, the glider.
But you're welcome, Brick Dad Builds.
There it is. It does have both color shells and the super adorable banana. And it also has this over here, which I assume is like a Dinotron, Dino whatever. When you put the car up to test its horsepower, you put it on the Dino machine.
Okay.
So that's what this is, I guess. I don't know.
Also a QR code in this for whatever game you're supposed to be able to play with it.
Obviously.
Says, why do the mechanic toads have helmets, but not the race car drivers? Those might be their mushroom heads.
Mushrooms heads, yeah.
Yeah, because toads have mushrooms for heads.
Yeah. Hey, they let Toad drive this one here. They're like, look, he can drive it.
Yeah.
Toad
they allowed it. Yeah. He's taking it for a test spin.
Red Toad Pit Crew Man. So there it is. There's not a ridiculous number of new pieces, but they're super cute. And I think they'll sell well.
It kind of looked like it in the last set as well, but why does Toad have pecs?
Good question.
Like Toad is swole.
Yeah, he's been working out.
Leave it to me to notice this. Toad's heads are polka dots. That's a good point. That's a very good point. They are polka dot mushroom heads. Brick Dad Build says can't do round mushroom heads. That makes too much sense. Good point. Yeah.
Wouldn't fit with the Lego narrative.
No, it wouldn't.
I guess the one thing that I noticed is kind of interesting is before, when they had the hand pieces that clip into the round circle.
Yes.
They were one piece. Now it looks like it's both the shoulder down to the wrist, and then the hand is separate.
Ooh.
So that's fancy. A little different.
Yeah. Ooh, we're stepping up, huh?
Yeah. That was probably the case on a bunch of the other ones too. I just happened to notice it this time.
Yeah, and also with the 2x2 round tile on top, I think it might be that's the only studs on that thing, because it looks like it's all molded.
Yeah.
Maybe even just one piece. Like you can't take.
It is. I think you can take it off. I think you can take the head off the helmet.
Okay.
So I think there are anti-studs underneath it.
What does he look like bald?
I don't know. I do have a toad in the other room too, probably, that I could fish up. Or at least that part. So maybe I'll do that in a second if we take a break. So that's Mario Kart. How many of these are you looking at, Mark?
I'll pick them up if I see them. I'm not going to order them. I will be focusing on the Animal Crossing sets. I don't necessarily need these. I may get the Donkey Kong because I think the Donkey Kong is cool. I'll keep it built for like a week or two, and then I'll need it for parts for something. It's brown, so I'm surprised the wheels aren't square, right?
Good one.
Good
one,
point,
Papa
Papa
Rex.
Rex.
That's a good one.
Grundy point, as the kids used to say.
Yeah, he's got his riz going today.
He does. Paige Pritchard is here. Hey, channel member and Brickworld staff member. Still waiting for Cat Peach, but they're the Tanukis would be cool as well. I'd like to see the cats and the Tanukis. I'm sure. I mean, the way they're cranking out Nintendo sets, I would not be surprised if we didn't see a lot more come March. I think the second wave of this is going to be pretty thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. While we have a second, I'm going to go grab a mushroom head. I think I have one, so we can take a look at it.
And this is what happens.
The little Black John set, so we can take a look at that too.
And this is also what happens when I don't have my didn't take my BPH medication. I could use another break right now. So what we're going to do, especially since we've got some new people joining us tonight for the Tainted, we're going to play, I think, probably top of the charts.
A new Lego set, can't wait to see. Oh, it's peely bomb, okay, what could it be? Half banana, half bone. It's a bonkers sight. Be it stupid or cute, it just doesn't seem right. Guts, oh, what it's like to behold. Little brown splatters, stories untold. Is it a bruised banana or something else? How did Peely Bone end up on the shelves? A banana with a skeleton, what's the deal? A mashup too wild to find the appeal. He's not a doorbell, don't say ding dong. Every part of Peely Bone is just plain wrong. Don't say ding dong, don't say ding dong. Just plain wrong, just plain wrong. Don't say ding dong, don't say ding dong. Every part of Peely Bone is just plain wrong.
And Peely Bone, one of our top hits. And we'll pull Mark off there. And we'll take a look. So this was the Black John gifted purchase. I will say, based on how this looks, and it does have the modularity built into it as well. This one does appear to be quite a bit heavier on the black than the new one is. It definitely still has a decent amount of yellow, but I just think that probably from kind of the top down overall view, it seems heavier on the black side than the last one did, or than the Renegade does. It also does have a super cute robot in it, Mark.
Oh, nice.
So you can't miss that.
I don't know what this is in response to, but VMAC Attack said thick like Wario. Brickdad Build says new Universal Park opens in March with Nintendo World. Yeah. They've put out a lot of news about that. That looks very cool.
So,
That's a pretty great GWP, man.
Yeah, it is. And actually this cockpit, which I think they also used in the Buzz Lightyear set.
Yeah.
Was a really cool, really sleek cockpit as well.
And if you're into yellow, which we're not so much, but for space, trans yellow, that could be cool. I think I'm hanging on to mine to donate to the charity auction this year.
Yeah,
but
so this one breaks apart into 3 pieces with the pin. Yeah. It's like a latch pin connection thing. Brickdad Build speculates maybe the new cockpit will latch onto this. And probably will.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So you can probably use the parts from this on the Renegade.
That's what he meant. Well. Yeah, cool.
So that was the GWP, and it was a pretty good one.
It's like they're trying to make Blacktron happen again.
Yeah. They're trying to make fetch happen.
Right. Well, it's 2
and
Blacktron sets in 1 year. The GWP was a little odd.
yeah. And here's a
Whoop.
toad. Oh, hey, we're already in focus. And look, he matches me. He's purple today.
He's a Vikings fan today. He has polka dots on his. It's the same shape as the helmet, though.
It is. So he does have a hinge in there.
Oh, okay.
So there are anti-studs underneath on this. You can't really see it that well, even if I focus it, it's so white you won't be able to see it. But there are 4 anti-studs in there.
Yeah.
So fits on nicely. I guess his head could be more square, and then you can tip it back.
VMAC Tech says it looked like the new ship had 1 male and 1 female on the detached parts, not uniform like that set.
Well, so this one has 3 on this part.
Yeah.
And this is like this, and I think VMAX noticing that there was like a female and a male, so this part was turned sideways, and then
That's
it
a lot of
had
connection
in there instead.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty easy to change, though. You could make this work pretty easily.
Paige Pritchard says it's a better GWP than the Holly one. The photo frame is okay, but who actually has pictures printed now? Good point.
We pretty much just print pictures for our Christmas cards, and that's it.
Right. It's like if you have a frame, if you want to do some sort of wall project, then you're like, how am I going to get these pictures printed? Photo or MPix.
Mm-hmm.
Easy modification. Yep. We got them. We got a good call. Brick Dad Builds. Good job communicating by text, by the way. It was excellent.
Yeah.
Exactly what you meant.
And we'll have to make sure, I guess we'd have to also make sure that they're offset at the same height. So this one's got, it looks like one full brick height. So it's got 3 plates in between the 2 pieces. So
apparently Sarah DeRosset, channel member, is coveting that frame.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks, as they say.
Very much so. Yeah, absolutely.
So there we go. There's the GWP, and there's Silly Toadstool. Silly Toad. He's a toadstool creature, right? Isn't that what they call them? Is toadstools?
No, I've never heard them
Toad
referred
is like
to as
the main toad.
toadstools.
Okay.
They're all just like named Toad. I think there was even a joke about that in the movie, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there's green toad, blue toad, red toad, depending on like what version you're playing.
Toad, orange toad.
They don't really seem to have names.
Okay, just call them all Toad.
I watched the movie really high, so I don't necessarily remember all the details of it.
Well, that's specific.
Medical grade, baby.
All right.
I got to hook up.
All right, so now we're getting into the shenanigans of an hour and 37 minutes.
Toadstool is the surname.
Oh, Phil, see? Toadstool.
I'm wrong?
More than we need to know.
Damn it, sorry. Paige Pritchard says, I'll trade for the new flower bouquet. It's sold out everywhere. Hey, you guys can make a trade at Brickworld or Brickworld Fort Wayne, or you guys are at several shows together, so I could definitely.
Yeah. So what were we thinking for mystery shenanigans?
I don't know how you want to do this. I've got my mystery thing set up, and I don't know exactly how the slideshow is going to work since I only have one screen. And I've been a little tired, so I don't know if my sense of humor is going to bite the way it normally does. And yours is more biting in general. I'm excited to see yours, so I feel like I want to save it for last. So if you want, I'll start.
All right, let's do it. Let's go with it.
All right, so give me a second.
So the whole idea behind this one, Mark Drudges is up, is, of course we like shenanigans because, you come to the show for shenanigans, I would hope. But lately we've been knowing at least the general topic of what our shenanigans were going to be. Today we decided that we are going to surprise each other for Christmas, kind of like the Colin Jost SNL bit where they make one another read each other's jokes so they can actually surprise each other on air and be a little silly. So we're going to do that today. And Mark is going to surprise us first with what I assume he found on Stud Sidious's phone.
I did, actually, yes. If you don't mind adding it, now that I'm full screen, I'm kind of stuck. I can't see the stage now. I can't see the stream. So if you can watch comments and pull up my screen.
I can do that.
This is my Christmas gift to you, sir. So let me know when it's up.
It's up.
It's up. Okay, so I found a proposal on Stud Sidious's phone that Lego has created for next year for more completely stupid ideas like this goddamn typewriter with flowers growing out of it. So I found some interesting stuff on here. Your thoughts, what you expect you might see, what you feel about this set? Like, give me some rundown on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've started to see this trend of
stupidity,
of boring object with flowers growing out of it as like a thing that Lego's really into.
Mm-hmm.
We had a watering can. I think some of the alternates for the watering can were a boot and something else with flowers growing out of it. Now we have a typewriter with flowers growing out of it. So we probably need more things with flowers growing out of them that people would normally throw away.
Yes.
That now they have to keep to use as flower planters.
Flower plants. So let me just ask you, what fucking sense does this make?
People like it for some reason,
but
I don't know who.
I'm so disappointed in humanity right now.
I mean,
who are these people?
My wife. I don't know.
Oh no, you're supposed to give me names. You're just supposed to describe them. Try again without telling me that you mean Rachel.
I would say that these are the spouses of real Lego builders that know that their spouse like these things and that they are like, oh, Lego can be more than just the ugly ass castle my husband builds. They can build real life things that I recognize and then make a little beauty on them by making flowers grow out of their butts.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see what else Lego has come up with for these completely stupid people. I mean, these completely stupid sets. This was the first one in the proposal. Is
that a tuba or a French horn?
I believe they asked for a tuba, but the designer came up with something that does look more like a French horn when it comes down to it, but it's a tree house growing out of a tuba.
That makes sense.
According to the brief, yes. Does it make sense? Yeah.
Apparently VMAX says that V's spouse also wants the typewriter with the flowers. It's spouses, I guess. But here we go. Treehouse tuba.
You guys are being rather insulting to your spouses tonight. So who do you think this is? I know we said in general who is this for, but if there was to be a lifestyle shot for this set, who do you think specifically they're going for the treehouse tuba?
Treehouse tuba. I would say it's people who wanted to be musicians but flunked out of that because they just didn't have very good ears. So I'm going to say like people who are now like accountants.
Oh, like an accountant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, an accountant.
Good guess, but apparently it's for people who like tubas and treehouses.
That makes sense.
It does.
That is the most beautiful tuba I have ever seen.
I know, right? But is it is it a tuba or is it kind of a French horn still?
I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's a real instrument. They just found something laying in stock and they're like, I guess it's a tuba, I think is what happened.
Joellen says it's a treehouse sousaphone. Just wanted you to be more specific. Brickdead Build
he's not wearing it around his belly.
Yeah.
What
Brickdead Build says it was Band Geeks that this set was for.
Yeah. Yep. No, that for the win. Band Geeks. I think we have most of the prerequisites present for this lifestyle shot. Yeah.
I like this. We've got a dead fern. We've got a ladder to nowhere. We've got the set on a shelf. We got most of them. I don't see an urn, but
There, unfortunately, I didn't find any urns in these. It's like sometimes they just stop a trend, like the iPad.
Yeah.
Like the urns seem to have dropped out this entire campaign. But I mean, they're going for a very, very specific audience here, and they went all in.
I would say that's true. VMAX suggests maybe Matt Husband would be into a Ferrari Speed Champion set with flowers growing out of the sunroof. Brickdead Builds asks if this is a French tuba.
Yeah, it does seem to be a French tuba saxophone. I think that's a trick comment there by VMAC Attack because I know damn well that F1 racers do not have sunroofs. You just jump through the window and or T-top area. And there's really not a lot of function on those things. They try to make them as light as possible.
Yeah. There's not a lot of structure on those things.
So tell me, Ben, would you buy this?
The otter piano, I would certainly buy this.
I believe it's called the piano filled with otters.
The piano filled with otters.
Yeah.
That makes sense. VMAX says Ferrari does make road cars. Fair enough.
Oh, okay, yeah, good point. I
Brick
thought he
Dead
said
Builds
F1.
suggests that
Duh, my fault.
that instead of an urn, we should call it a dead person bucket.
That's a great suggestion. I think we should definitely change to that.
Joellen's very, very fixated on making sure that that we note it's a sousaphone, not a tuba.
Right, but it doesn't wrap around his belly.
Right. And Jesse
So it's kind of none of
says,
any of these instruments.
yeah, Jesse liked your last one, but he says it needs another Sigma ladder. So
it really
Jesse's
does.
on
Yeah.
Jesse's on topic today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one.
attention.
I'm not quite sure why there's water underneath the piano too.
Can we ever know for sure why a thing is the way it is?
Yeah.
I also don't know what the pink things are on the ground. I don't know why all the damn otters just couldn't get inside the piano. You don't know how many times I asked this question. Why can't the otters be inside the piano? And I think that's a valid question.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like the more I asked, the more I just saw this image, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. VMAX says full price Jones day one on this Otter Jam, as he wants to call it.
So who's this for, Ben?
I don't know. I've heard it's utterly musical, and Brick Jedi says ahoy hoy.
Hey, Brick Jedi, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Merry Christmas to you.
Let's see here. Well, it's got otters.
Yes.
It's got music. We know that you've already done one that was basically just for you, but that was Tank the Rhino. I don't think this is for any of those things. I think that this otter set is for nature enthusiasts who also listen to jazz. So I'm going to say it's hippie auto enthusiasts that pretend to like jazz.
That is close. It's for otters who play the piano.
Okay, well, there you go. With a ladder to nowhere.
Yeah.
Your ladder insertion skills are bar none top of the charts excellent.
Oh, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will take that compliment to my grave. It means a lot to me. I have Photoshop, so I mean, obviously
but you're very good at it.
Oh, thank you. Obviously, we're complimenting the team over at Lego that made these lifestyle shots, right? I don't know what craziness we were just talking. We were in this weird sort of hallucination for a moment. But yeah, that otter, that otter's having trouble with this piece, it looks like.
He
like,
looks,
I can do it. I mean,
he's talented enough to, be up there. I can only play chopsticks. It looks like he's got something else going on.
Yeah, he's playing something severe there.
Jesse says that this set is ding dong risible. So we got that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what you think about this.
That's Christmas Cat.
Yes,
we finally found him.
Sure is. There he is. There's the mischievous Christmas Cat with Christmas trees growing out of his fur. Of course.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think the Tuxedo Cat must have done so well that they were like, let's combine this with the stupid typewriter and have a Christmas cat that has Christmas trees literally growing out of it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I like him.
Yeah.
I have guesses as to who this is for. I actually have 2 sets of guesses.
All right, cool. All right, so go for your 2 sets of guesses. Does that mean there's 4 guesses?
Well, my first guess would be that this is for nobody, because you can't find the Christmas Cat in any of the pictures.
That's not a bad guess.
But the tie-in to that would be, of course, the people at the Lego Christmas party.
Yes.
Who love Christmas Cat.
Yeah.
So much so that they once again couldn't find the mischievous little devil.
Right.
And so when I think about the Christmas party, I think about the 2 types of Christmas party goers we had, which was bikini wearing Wookiees. And then the people who were murdering other people at the Christmas party.
Right, those people.
Yeah, so my 2 sets are nobody / Christmas party goers, and then when we get to there, my second set is the Wookiee bikini wearing Wookiees, the Wookiee wearing bikini wearing Wookiees, and the murderous party goers. So which one is this? Every one of the 4?
It is definitely all of those. Yes. But since Lego didn't come to our Christmas party, they just gave it to a cat lady who likes Christmas.
That makes sense.
I know. So your guess is so fun, and makes me feel so disappointing, because I didn't really have a lot of time to do all this. This was mostly done in the car on the drive to St. Louis. So I was like, here,
You're so
here we
cute.
go. This is it. Yeah.
Your ladder game is once again top notch.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate that a lot. There is a tool in Photoshop that lets me select an entire object and just change the layer. So it's really more Photoshop than it is me. Again, we went into a hallucination zone there for a moment.
Yeah.
Because
Ted
this is
Bills
obviously,
thought this was for drunk puking Santa or Krampus.
which one? The green neon puking or the yellow visceral disgusting puke?
They were both up there.
I'm wondering. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
Christmas cat.
All right. So, Jesus. Of course. It's like they're trying to this like big Simba, small Simba. Like we also have, what is this?
They look, well, these are bears, but not
Are
quite
they?
bears. They're not big enough. I'd say maybe they're more like otters or wolves. They're otters and a piano again, I think.
I think you're right. I think they made
Yeah.
two different versions depending on who their audience was. Now, this was a fun one. This was a very fun one for me because can you imagine how many times I was like, can you put clothes on them, please? And it was like,
Instead, they
here's
just
the
put them in
image.
their underwear.
Repeatedly. I was like, and it's not just like, they're not just shirtless this time. They're literally just sitting there wearing tighty whities. And I was like,
Builds passes on this one.
why? What do you
I
have
think-
against otters?
I think the problem with this one, from me
Yes.
looking at it right now,
Yes.
is that their pecs and their abs are on their backs.
On their backs? That was another problem we tried to fix. That just seemed to keep getting worse.
Yeah.
Meaning, obviously the team that was sitting inside Stud Sidious's phone or whatever.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, this is a huge problem, and I didn't even try to like fix those mohawks. These like sort of like bedhead mohawks.
Yeah, those are crazy mohawks.
Yeah. So when you ask for hairy men inside a piano, this is what you get. And when you ask it repeatedly, will you please put clothes on them? It's like, here you go.
That's close.
Tidy whities are clothes, I guess, in the long run. So who's this? And who's this for?
Well, I feel like you've been trying to lead me down a path, and I'm not falling for it.
Good call. Good call.
I think someone suggests that these guys are wearing sumo diapers. So I am thinking that maybe this set is for sumo wrestlers.
It might be, but I think you should have just fallen for it because it's for otters who like
Otters who
piano.
love pianos.
Yeah.
We saw this before.
That is a greasy ass otter.
I mean, that guy has got a lot of hair.
Okay, yeah. And it's not dry.
No, it is not. No.
Well, and fun fact, I had to Photoshop a shirt onto him because I could just not get them to put a shirt on him. So that shirt is Photoshopped.
It's an interesting shirt
on there.
Yeah.
Because it's several pieces of several different shirts.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't get the exact angle of this particular otter. By the way, I do sometimes get that hairy. I have to trim sometimes. The shoulder hair is not one that I necessarily want to be proud of. So
Okay.
I've got a man groomer, just in case
That's
anybody wondered. So how about this?
I did. I was curious. Oh, okay. Well, okay, we'll get to this in a second. But there are a couple other suggestions that I wanted to pass along since I got the comments here. Brick Ted Build says he'll pass on this one, and the reason is because he prefers stand-up pianos.
Oh, the studio pianos, yes, the uprights, yes.
Yes, they think that it's identical twin crest is the suggestion here. They thought that the last person looked a little bit like Wolverine, the last otter.
A bit, I can see it, like a young Wolverine.
Like a young Logan, yep.
Yeah, he's got long ass fingers.
Yeah. Moto suggests that he thinks this one might be chopped. He can tell by looking at the pixels. Yeah, you got to get real close to those pixels to tell that this is
it
photoshopped. But
yeah,
I don't know. Could be.
It might be. Maybe.
Another good dead fern in this one. I really like it.
Really good dead fern in this one. That ladder to nowhere is they really make it go nowhere in some of these shots, I got to say.
They do. They are very expert at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to our roller coaster orchard vineyard.
Yeah.
Vineyard coaster. Yeah, okay.
According to the brief, this roller coaster actually works. However, if you look closely at it, do you believe that?
I would struggle to believe that when it reaches the section in the front here that seems to be completely overtaken by the vines. Also seems like both of the coasters are converging right at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like this is more like one of those Hot Wheels tracks where they're intentionally meant to crash.
Yeah, unless there's something out of sight that we just can't see, like the set's so deep that like some sort of spiral thing happens there. I don't know. This doesn't seem like a viable play thing to me. But grapevines growing out of a roller coaster, flowers growing out of a typewriter. Apparently, this is where they went next. This is one of their great ideas for next year's wave of sets that are incredibly stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So Ben, who's this for?
Let's see. Well, Brickdad Build says this set should be called Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
And VMAX suggests that this is for the French or some sort of Sonoma theme park. It's very, very whiny and vineyardy.
That's possible.
Moto suggests that it looks like Playmobil.
Ooh, yeah, it might.
Jesse says that this is for MC Escher. That's a good call.
Yeah, it's not a bad call at all.
It's a good call. Let's see here. Brickdad Bills thinks it's for Skibbity Riz Hipster Bros.
It might be for Skibbity Riz Hipster Bros.
Yeah,
hard to say that.
Again,
very hard for me to say. Maybe because I'm too old.
Yeah, you'd think maybe this is for people who love roller coasters and wine, like drunk people on roller coasters.
Maybe it's people who like to drink wine and then go on roller coasters.
Yeah, I think it's for flight attendants.
That's a very, very good guess because it is for people who wear pink in pink rooms, so much so that they appear to like blend into the room itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like that.
That was a really, really difficult thing to work with between the different ways that ChatGPT made all the stuff that I asked for.
Pink and pink rooms. I do like the stack of blank books, of course.
How you can't do one without it, really.
And lots of pink track to nowhere, which is kind of a fun surprise. I did not see that coming.
I think it's the GWP with this pink track.
That makes sense.
Like a grape stained track.
That makes sense.
I think is what happened. There's one more.
Yeah.
Proposed set in the very stupid, incredibly stupid sets that they could.
It needs to be.
Yeah.
That's an octopus in a toaster, my friend.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's an octopus coming out of a toaster. Is what it is. Just like the flowers grow out of the typewriter and the watering can.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is actually for this one yet, but I agree with Brickdad Builds when I see this one. It's just disturbing.
Yeah, that may have been for the camouflage person.
Yeah, toasted squid right here.
This might be disturbing as well. Just depends on your viewpoint. A cup of corn chowder goes with your toast, from what I understand.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
A flask of orange juice and baby
always
octopi. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lego my Crustego, it says.
Lego my Crustego. I like that one a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I would buy this.
I would too. I
like all those 2x2 tiles that are just a giant anti-set.
Those are cool.
I like that a lot. I would definitely buy this. So who do you think this is for? Who do you think they're going to make a lifestyle shot for to entice them to buy this? Who's their target audience?
Well, Moto dropped It's a Trap, and I really like that. I think that Admiral Akbar would be into this for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say maybe it's sea captains with a vendetta against octopi.
Yeah.
Because they want to put them in the toaster. So I'm going to say it's grumpy sea captains.
It might be not that. It is for octopi that like toast, of course.
Duh.
Because they see themselves in it.
See themselves in it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think I made the mistake of asking for this picture right after I asked for because it's basically the exact same thing.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. So those are the incredibly stupid sets that Lego is considering coming out with next year.
Yeah.
And before we move on to yours, unfortunately, I've got to take another bathroom break here.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a rough night, and you may want to take prepare yourself for a couple minute interlude here.
That's cool. I think that
Are you?
that set was pretty ridiculous. So much
Yeah.
so
Oh, crazy.
we're not even going to play a song. We are going to go with something else that's pretty ridiculous. We're going to go with a little Blockle versus cruise ship. Here we go.
Brick Story, Dreamgirls Cruise Ship Building Toys Playset Creative Friends Yacht Building Sets, 318 pieces, Girls City Boat Model Building Kit, Christmas Birthday Gift for kids ages 6 to 12. Let's check it out. It's also a Carnival Cruise Line. Oh, wait a minute. It's a Rival? Look at... All right, so we see... All right, before I touch this picture, well, let's just go right there. It says Carnival here. What does this say? Carnreal. Right? Something crazy has been photoshopped already for zero reason.
Yeah.
You can play with this set even if you're Siamese twins. Role play?
Yeah. Fair enough. Or room decoration.
Decoration. With your glass vase of different colored straws.
Straws.
And they're bendy straws.
Well, duh. Why would you even? And I sure as hell hope they aren't paper straws. Okay.
I do too, actually.
Whether you love the environment or hate the environment,
You can hate paper straws and love the
paper
environment.
straws are terrible regardless.
No, they're garbage. Oh, look at that. What's that?
What's what? Okay.
What's behind the windshield?
What is behind the windshield?
Look.
No.
There's some weird ass minifigure in there.
How is that possible?
There's
They don't
two!
have figures.
There's two. It's like we're being invaded. It's just like we just made first contact with Blockoverse people. Can you not see it? How can
I can see him. I can see him.
You can see him now?
I can. He's like a mini doll
Yeah, I think they're
at
both
the
women.
steering wheel. And you're right. And then there's one back behind peeking its head out. But they only appear in that picture.
Mm.
I think that's the same picture, just rescaled, that they used in the lifestyle shop, the Siamese
Agreed.
twins. So you can see him sort of there.
Oh my god, you're right. Look at that.
It's the same picture.
Siamese twins. We're making discoveries. This is why, like, physics research is important.
Okay,
Like
hold on.
this- Yeah.
Hold on. Lifestyle picture, Siamese twins. The
Okay,
girl on the girl on
I'm
the
there.
left. The girl on the left, she's holding like a pen or maybe a detonator with a bright red light on the end.
He 100% is.
Just coming out. she's also in the bomb making business. Look at that.
All right. Mark is back. I'll give him a second to hop on here. I can run through a couple comments here. We hear that is not a friend set. It's an associate set. Moto suggests that it's the new Fiends theme. And then Brick Dead Build says, you love Friends. And Moto says, yeah, I love Friends. This is Fiends. Fiends.
I ordered myself a Fiends shirt. It hasn't come in yet. I think I got bamboozled.
Yeah. So I did find some things that we're going to talk about, but I just want to know, I made a couple logos.
Oh, okay.
Or I tried to, at least. You're going to have to tell me what these were supposed to say before we get into the sets that I found.
Okay.
Because we had, a few mishaps, I think.
Oh, were there?
So tell
That's
me,
surprising.
Tell me, Mark. Please tell me what I asked GPT to create in this picture. It says, "What's on Sud's Padre?"
It does say that.
Yes, it does. What did I want it to say?
What's on Stud's phone?
Yeah. So here we got closer. What's on Sod's
frond? What's on Sod's frond?
I don't know. This was
I don't
probably
know.
as close as I could get.
Yeah.
This looks like what's on Slud's phone.
or Sayud's. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
does.
we kept getting slightly closer, but it was still no bueno the whole time. So then I thought, okay, let's go easier. I wanted to tell me that these particular sets had what? These. What does this say?
Code names.
Yeah, but it actually says code
Codenemies.
Yeah.
Codenemons.
But then look at this.
Ooh.
I got it to write
did it.
code names
Nicely done.
after telling it 5 times that it misspelled code names. So then I had it generate the code names for these sets that I found on Stud Sidious's phone.
I like when
Turns out-
it tells you that it did spell it right. I like when it
Yes.
argues with you, like, no, it says code names. And you're like, why are you telling me?
Yeah. If you
Gaslighting
ask
me.
it to spell more than one word, it's like, what are you talking about? I spelled them all right. So anyway, I found the code names for these things. I had to create a couple of graphics, and then I'll show you what I actually found on Stud's phone, the lifestyle shots I found on Stud's phone, and of course, why the set was canceled. So here were the 3 sets I found. Here are their code names. Tell me what these are supposed to say.
I like Noodleize. Noodleize, I'm just going to call it that. I would say the one in the center is pretty close. Arise, arise.
Mhm.
And you got to rise, arise. So, like,
Arise.
you got to tell it like you didn't listen the first time, so I really got to tell you arise this time. And then the last one is beauty or beautify.
Beautify. Yep.
Beautify.
So here they are: neutralize, arise, and beautify.
Ooh.
So those were the
Interesting.
3 code names I found.
So
And
you
I'm
spent
gonna
so much time trying to
say-
create fonts.
Yeah, I'm gonna say from the jump that I am not surprised that Lego is trying to develop this based on what we saw last week. And I think you'll kind of understand what theme they were going for when you see the first one, neutralize. And so here is neutralize. Here it comes.
Yeah, we did see that last week.
Yeah, so this one is called the toilet tank.
I can see that. Yeah, it's for 8 to 22-year-olds.
Ages 8 to 22. Yep. It is, well,
You can spell this.
it nailed the spelling on this one. Yes, toilet
it has
tank indeed.
This tank has a legit taint. I'll tell you that much right now.
And I like the mini tank
Yeah.
in front as well.
Just kind of like the Blacktron set where it shoots out of the
Yeah.
I see what they're doing here.
Yeah, and then they've got like the sort of theme branding up in the right-hand corner. It's just a toilet. Because Lego seems to have a very bizarre feeling that they need to promote and display bathrooms in like everything.
I will tell you one thing that I need the set for is the minifigure with the toilet head that you can see on the side of the box there.
He's very interesting indeed.
His name is Swirly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toilet paper go in or out. I don't know.
Does it go?
A toilet paper on the side here. It looks like maybe it shoots toilet paper too. I don't even know. But anyway,
I bet it does. Well,
license
I don't know,
plate
you guys. I don't think it shoots toilet paper necessarily.
yeah. BMAC asks, does the license plate attempt to say legit tank?
I think it says legit taint.
Looks like it says Loaget Tawny.
It does look like that, but I'm pretty sure the actual sticker says legit taint.
Yeah, it could say legit taint. That might be true.
I think that's what it says.
Let's see here. Brick Dead Build suggests the guy on the side has a potty mouth.
He does.
Yes, indeed. I do
Very much
like the new
does.
track pieces on this one.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And the
I'm
new
excited about
wheels.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got pretty much the colors I'd expect. Olive green, dark green, a little bit of tan. Papa
This is
Rex suggests we could call it the Taint Tank.
I'm off. You're on. I would call this the shit shooter because that is clearly what happens here.
Yeah, sometimes we shoot the shit. This thing's doing it today. So
And the side gun,
that thing's pretty rad.
you can see yellow coming out of it, so we know what's happening here.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Who's this for?
Yeah, I did find some lifestyle shots. Just one
Good.
for this one.
Yeah.
And I was, I wasn't terribly surprised by who this is for, but I'd like to hear who you think this is for.
I think this is for dumb bros who think toilet humor is funny. So it's for like me.
It's for us.
Yeah.
Well, I stumbled across an interesting research brief in this one.
Okay. Oh, do I get to read it?
No, unfortunately, but I'm going to tell you about it.
Oh, please do.
So being in the community that you're in, right? When you have a senator, U.S. senator who like comes out as super anti-gay or very homophobic.
Yeah,
what's
like
the truth
back.
of the matter, right? They get arrested in a bathroom for trying to solicit a gay man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that is what I read in the brief, is that 82% of this population that they tagged for this own stock in Halliburton, but they pretend like they're not interested in the subject at all. So does that give you a thought as to who this might be for?
Is this for Dick Cheney?
You're super close. It's for hippies.
Oh.
So these guys, they sit around being like, peace, man, but really they've got Halliburton stock and real dark dreams. And they're like, smash the industrial complex, but really they're just investing in it, I
mean, Lego does their research, man.
They do.
They really do. C Smiles wants one.
All right. Makes sense to me.
Well, we'll have to see a mock of it at Brickworld Chicago this year.
So yeah, anything else that's catching your eye about this beautiful lifestyle shot of these clearly very into Lego war sets people around this table here?
There's an urn for peace because peace is dead. There's a ladder to nowhere. There's some blank books. There's a refrigerator that will work till the end of time because it's from the 70s. Not like today's refrigerators I have to replace every couple of years. There's some LPs on the floor. There's not a record player.
No.
The chairs are definitely mismatched. There's chairs and stools. There's a bowl of Lego. There's a lava lamp because you got hippies, and you have this beautiful chandelier that is all fringe.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's also a guitar like stuck to the the cabinet over there.
The term you're looking for is pasted to.
Pasted. Yeah, I don't know why that's there.
Yeah.
A nice stack of LPs though.
Yeah, I do like the LPs. I don't see a record player, but
maybe it's behind the counter where they're blocking it, or maybe it's on the table behind the toilet tank.
Perhaps. But again, question from Brick Dad Builds from earlier: where would that plug in?
Yeah, where does that plug? Where does the lava lamp plug in? Where would the record player plug in? Nobody knows.
I love that there's the facade of a modern cement sink. Nowhere near the actual sink. That's a nice touch.
It's like a pull-out giant cutting board. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, let's see what VMAC Attack thinks. No hands on the clock because time is an illusion, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good point there. Yeah, this is it makes sense that hippies would want this.
Mm-hmm. They want this set codename Neutralize. Unfortunately, it was canceled.
Wait, what? Why?
Well, why do you think they canceled this set?
Well, poor Miles wanted it.
He did.
I'm going to guess that they canceled it because they found out hippies... Oh, wait, no, hippies have money because they invested in Halliburton. I guess maybe it was too violent and sophomoric and encouraging of, I would say, some outside criticism on their decision to go in this direction. Maybe,
yeah, I mean, Lego does sometimes get backlash for modern military stuff.
Yeah, and stuff that involves poop.
Well, actually, funny you should mention that.
Yeah.
Because the real reason it got canceled was there were not enough toilet play features.
Makes sense because they have poop in everything now. Starting with, I think, the Blacksmith shop where they had the brown carrot on the ground. Or was that Medieval Market Village?
Yeah, I don't remember. They had...
but there was horse poop. It was the first poop I remember in Lego. And someone correct me. Was the horse poop the first Lego poop? Because there's lots of Lego poop now.
They
like the castle.
everywhere.
like
Yep,
the dog,
castle.
like the literal poop piece that they have in the CMF that is the dog walker. Can't because Lego couldn't get the green light.
The green right. No, it's not that because of that. Not enough
Couldn't get the
toilet play
green right.
features.
Oh yeah.
We also saw the camper last week that had a toilet play feature built in.
Yeah, and a visceral.
Yeah.
A visceral septic tank.
Much like the boys, much like many young boys and even men who go to use the toilet and don't put the seat up, they miss the mark and just make a big mess.
That's a really good point. That's an excellent metaphor there, friend.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was toilet tank.
But these are all neutralized. So this wasn't like a Lego theme that was neutralized. These are sets that were neutralized somehow. Is that right?
This was just the code name for this set was neutralized.
Oh, the code name. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, as we saw. Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm up to speed now.
Yeah. So the next one, if you may recall, was titled Arise.
Arise. Yeah.
Double Arise.
Yep. I'm there now. This is the code name for it. Jesse's Brick Galaxy says there's dino poop under museum glass in the museum modular. He's building it right now. You can't get away from poop when you buy a Lego set now.
You can't.
This is going to be a future thing on our show.
Arise. So what do you think Arise is all about?
It's probably about Jesus. Papa Rex says, isn't there an Ninjago set with a toilet that drains into the ocean? There's a castle set where a toilet drains into the tower.
Out of the tower and down onto the ground.
I don't know about Ninjago. I wish TJ were here to tell us. But let's just say yes. Let's say yes, Papa Rex.
Why not?
There 100% is. Without any knowledge, one way or the other, yes.
Probably.
So Arise, yes, I think is about the Easter Bunny's birthday.
Okay.
Easter.
All right. Good guesses.
Yeah.
Is
it bloody Jesus on the cross? Is VMAC Attack's guess? Brick Dad Build says they realized the follow-up set needed to be a tankless tank.
It could have been a problem.
I like that.
No, this is of course following the theme. This is of course a throne, as some might say. But this is the Lego Castle throne room. So here you go. The throne itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they were like, yeah, arise. Like here's the throne. Arise for the king.
This is specifically built for 9 to 80s-year-olds.
Yes. Is that 80S or
50Z? I don't know.
50 Snake? I'm not sure.
I do think that this is going to have a really good parts per piece count, price per piece count, because there's no minifigs.
No minifigs, which is pretty crazy. The stained glass window is immaculate.
That's on point.
Little different version of a toilet from the toilet tank, but it's still pretty similar. If you had to guess who's into the Lego Castle throne room,
I would say people who look like lions.
I think this was supposed to say the fire bidet is probably a bridge too far. People that look like lions. Well, I mean, I don't see lion heraldry here.
Yeah, but like the lion is the king of the jungle, and so I don't know. I don't have a guess, basically, or maybe it's for kings. Maybe short kings. Short kings like me. Yeah, maybe because I'm a short king.
Yeah, people
they talked about a judge's desk, but robes for minifigures was a problem. Was a problem with the toilet. They talked about a judge's. All right, help me out.
I don't know.
Sorry, Brick Dad Builds.
Judges. Maybe somebody calls these I have to go to the judge's desk, which means you had to go to the bathroom or something. But maybe that's a bit of a myth because the robes made it difficult to go to the bathroom, or maybe judges sat on these all day and covered them with their robe. I'm not sure, but this set I know is for a specific group of people, and here it is.
Astronauts?
People on the space station, of course.
Oh, yes.
Who loves Castle more than spacemen?
That's why they invited us there to build your castle.
Exactly.
Lifestyle
shots up there. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And they need toilets up there because apparently they're stuck there until March now,
For a long time.
which isn't where what are they eating?
Good question.
Is there a lifetime supply of food up there?
I don't know. Hopefully
Is it
they don't
good
have
for
to
them?
eat their own vac sealed poop or something. I have no idea.
Wow, this is the poop stream all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, it's Lego's fault.
I know, right?
They're so
didn't say-
weirdly into it.
I know. That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got everything here. We have a ladder to nowhere. We have a living fern, which is it's probably sucking up a lot of the oxygen that they need, but it's also cleaning the
It's
oxygen.
producing
that
the
must be why
oxygen
they,
too. Yep.
yes, that's why they have one up there. for Alien that they don't know his name. They have an urn for Alien sitting on top of their blank books, which by the way, they're
He's
blank
just the
because
alien.
highly classified information. The iPad with the exact instructions for every friend set is in this lifestyle shot. That's very important. It's like a super NASA iPad too.
It's a very large iPad. Yes.
You can't get half the cast from the Drunk Office Christmas party is
Yeah.
here. And so I think we know what office was having that Christmas party now that we see this.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. You got a couple bowls of Lego, but they must have some gravity up there because you don't see them floating out of the bowls.
No, it's like ChatGPT didn't understand that they were in space or what that really meant. Or I think you're right.
I think
There's
it's like simulated gravity with like the spinning ring or whatever.
exactly like in 2001: A Space Odyssey. I think that's
Yeah.
exactly what's in. I do believe that's in the space station for realsies.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Skibbity realsies.
Yeah. Well, I will say, of course, you already know that this is coming. This set.
Oh no! Actually, I
was
did not see that
canceled
coming.
too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why?
This one was canceled.
I think this one was canceled because they realized that only a small portion of the population are astronauts that live in the space station. It's
Mhm.
only basically right now 2 people that would
Yeah.
buy this.
Yeah. I mean, you're relatively close. I think, yeah, there was a market issue, and the market issue is that Lego hates Castle.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, another castle? Forget that. We gotta get this out of here.
That's what happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
so
sense.
they canceled it. But again,
The 2 astronauts in the back are definitely on the map painting, especially the one whose legs don't exist. Yeah.
yeah. So here we have it. Like Castle. And
I'm gonna
I
guess
think-
before we even see anything, I'm gonna think that Beautify is
Yeah.
a toilet with flowers growing out of it.
that's a weird guess.
Is it? Cancel,
Um,
canceled because who needs interiors for castles?
Good point.
Good point.
Castle interiors are stupid. Beautify. Mark says that this is definitely a toilet with flowers growing out of it.
If it's anything
But
else,
If that was true, why wasn't this one of the ones you found in the how stupid is this designs?
because we somehow have hacked different folders on Stud's phone, and
Yeah.
sometimes these proposals just overlap. I mean, they had an idea, and they were
They
like,
certainly
"Well,
did.
this was probably canceled before they came up with other super stupid ideas for stuff growing out of other things,
Yeah.
like octopi growing out of toasters."
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to say, Mark, that you have a beautiful detective's mind, because it is in fact the floral flush. It is in fact a toilet with flowers growing out of it.
Floral flush. I love this.
Floral flush.
Apparently, it comes with a minifigure, but just like half of her torso.
Just a picture of it in the corner. I'm not
It's,
sure.
it's very Blockleverse. I love that and this is one of those ones that they had to they really wanted to put their logo on twice. I should have said, by the way, that this is red, pink, yellow, and orange flowers growing out of a toilet, because this is the exact picture I had in my mind. I said this must be flowers growing out of a toilet.
You knew it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
And it's for ages 3 to 12. Brick count, ad idea, redomation. I'm not sure what this is. 16 people watching Toilet Talk. Hey, this is Lego's fault. Last week you saw.
This is exciting Lego news about stuff you
last-
wouldn't be able to see if we hadn't hacked Studside's phone.
Last week you saw that they had someone sitting on a toilet in a friend's picture. They had that stupid camper with a toilet play feature. They had every single other friend set with an animal had a pile of poop in it that had steam coming off it.
Lego is putting the toy in toilet right now.
Yes,
so
they are doing this.
Prescient Lego news we're talking here. How dare you make us this defensive, sir?
Right. And we got to get moving before Matt comes in and sees this nonsense.
And now there's 18 people watching because people were like texting their friends.
Want it.
20.
Yes.
Now we got 20 people watching Lego Toilet Talk.
Yep.
Shows you. Copper Valor is here. So, Ben.
Hello, Copper Valor.
Copper Valor, Ben. So, Copper Valor stops by the Cozy Streams. She's got an Animal Crossing live stream.
Oh, okay.
I will only describe one episode because it's one of the funnier things I've ever seen in an Animal Crossing live stream, where she had someone come visit her on her island that wanted to do synchronized swimming. And it has about the same sort of hilarious results as when you ask ChatGPT to put an otter inside a piano and it makes a man in tidy whities with a hairy body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. So I would highly recommend anybody who likes Animal
I'm gonna
Crossing
have to go see that.
follow Copper Valor. This is Nintendo Tips from Mark.
Nintendo Tips from Mark.
Follow our new friend Copper Valor. And she stopped in for more than one even. Gabriel Cabral is here. Says, I guess you can make garden art out of anything. Yep.
Seems like it.
Lego Team B just got an alert that there was Toilet Talk.
I'm glad you're here for this.
Brickdead Build says, last week I was here too. Ben speaks truth. We're preaching. Now we're preaching. That's
we're
right.
Preaching it. All right, so
I get it. So yeah, Matt Husband. I have 4 minutes before Matt Husband's supposed to walk through this door. Yeah. So let's we may have to cut the last couple of segments. I do apologize.
We'll go quick here. So what do you think? What is the floral flush? Who's it for?
Oh God. This is for spouses of Lego Bros who are like, oh, they make other things that are kind of realistic, like a toilet like I have in my house, but it makes it beautiful by having flowers grow out of it. I think it's spouses of A-Foles.
Okay. I think that maybe you don't know who this is for, because I think that their target audience is essentially you.
Hey, I am. That's me, like maybe like 10 years ago. Maybe. I don't think I ever got quite that like hulky. That's not hairy enough to be me.
Yeah.
But okay.
This guy is not very bright because he misspelled creatine, Grandpa's name, on the urn there, where he also happens to keep his creatine.
Well, Grandpa Creatine is that's the way they spelled it back in Scotland.
Could have been.
So, yeah.
Could have been. I didn't have to add a ladder to nowhere because there already was one.
I am a huge fan of Ben Carly and Gugum. Those are my teams.
Yeah.
I also love.
Yep.
I also love Gone Corn. One of my favorite things. Yeah.
Looks like the iPad also made it here.
It's on the same set. It's on the same step for every friend set. Yeah, of course.
Of course, that's
gonna be an important part of this toilet flower thing.
It's got to be, as well as a stack of blank books.
The royal flush, or the what do we call it?
Floral flush.
Floral flush. Yes.
Guess what though?
What?
I bet you'll never guess.
What? Why?
This was canceled.
I can't believe the 1 week where I don't do muscle bros in my lifestyle shots, you do a muscle bro.
You're welcome.
It's supposed to be me.
You still had an eye.
Right.
Anyway.
That's right, kids. Check it out. Check it out. That's me in that lifestyle shot. Remind me never to do that again. Ted Build says flower bidet. It'll tickle the shit right off. Yikes. What if you're allergic to said flowers? We had that last week with minifigures shoving poison ivy down each other's pants. Oh dear Lord. What do we do here? Why was this canceled, Ben?
Well, I think it's obvious.
Yeah.
This was not, it wasn't a Creator 3-in-1. People need flowers on more things. They messed it up because it's gotta be in 3-in-1. Not only do you need flowers coming out of your watering can, you also have to be able to build a boot and a keytar
Or
and a typewriter and some other crap.
these dummies, the answer was right in their lifestyle shot. They could have had flowers coming out of a creatinine urn.
They could have.
Dummies. Oh my
That
God.
totally would have worked.
I mean, sometimes they just don't think things through. I mean, I think that's the thing. And leave a
They
fresh
totally blew it.
scent. Oh, dear Lord.
They totally blew it. Okay, we're gonna burn through these really fast. I just need Mark's opinion on all these. More wacky MC. Mariah Carey or Macaulay Culkin? Who's more off their rocker?
Mariah Carey is fucking bonkers.
Macaulay
I have to go with Mariah Carey
sweet.
here.
All
I
right.
remember seeing like some sort of like, it was probably a VH1 thing way back in the day, which used to be Skibbity Riz, and it's not anymore.
Yeah.
But it was like one of those like Cribs. Maybe it was an episode of Cribs where like she's showing and she was explaining how she did like the glaze finish on her wall, and I swear to God she was like 2 seconds away from like licking. I think she was high on paint fumes. I don't know. I think she's pretty wacky.
Yeah, there were rumors
she's
that
great.
like they made people carry her around and stuff.
Macaulay Culkin, I think, was more like childhood trauma,
angst. Yeah.
and then it like kind of like he worked his way through it. I don't know him. I haven't heard anything from him in a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that girl cray.
That girl
I'll
cray.
I'll just say that. Remind me not
Okay,
to say that again, especially not
second
that way
MC.
either.
McRib?
Barf.
I've never had one, but at my high school, we used to have a lunch option that they called Mr. Rib on Bun. It was basically the McRib.
That's the Blockleverse version of the
It's
McRib.
the Blockverse version of the McRib.
Oh my God. So VMAC Tech says Mariah's on my hate list. In an alternate universe, she has to listen to me while she does all of her shopping.
At Christmas time or all year long?
At Christmas time, McRib gets a bro from Brickdead Builds.
Hey, why not?
I've never had one, to be honest.
Me neither, but I had my share of Mr. Rib on Bun.
It does.
The Blockverse version.
It does remind me of the Simpsons episode where they have like the Krusty Burger rib witch or whatever it is. The Krusty Rib. I don't know, and it's made out of spiders.
Yeah.
And like the one guy trades his car for the last McRib sandwich and says, "I have the buyer's remorse." He's the Italian chef. He's, I have the buyer's remorse.
The buyer's remorse.
That's the only thing I think of when I have no pleasant memories of the McRib. Maybe I would if I'd ever. Maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental about it.
Maybe it's
'Cause I've
delicious.
never eaten one. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like crack.
Yeah, every time it comes back, they like celebrate it hardcore.
People lose their fucking minds about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then last but not least, Make It Create. I didn't even remember that this was the name of a theme.
Mhm.
But which one rules the roost? Do you want the vehicles or the special Lego bricks build your own house 1200 piece one? Which blue bucket is the best blue bucket?
Can I choose neither? Like this isn't even one of the ones that came with like
Save
the
your money.
extra 200 extra pieces that were like in rare colors that they were like just cleaning out their storehouse. I gotta know neither one. So we got one vote for vehicles.
Uh-huh.
I just hate the colors in both of them. There's a bunch of
They're-
white and red and
they're
well,
basic.
green. And yeah, red, blue, and yellow, and the other one, no.
One has windows, one has wheels. It's like, do you like windows or wheels more?
I do not want. I guess I like
Mm-hmm.
windows more. Yeah, so it's house for me for sure. I build more houses than vehicles, and I have an endless supply of Lego tires
Yeah.
that I never use. I feel like I've even sold a lot on Bricklink, and I still have like a giant box that's really hard to lift. Even though I got these. Oh wait, I told you not to let me do this anymore. That box is out of control, and it's all Lego tires, and I really feel like it's a fire hazard.
They always say that Lego is the number one world's producer of tires.
They do say that.
Right? It's always kind of cheating, but
V Mac Attack suggests that we don't eat at McDonald's because he used to work there.
Yeah,
I just don't eat
the
there
McRib.
because it's McDonald's.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and it's
People
all
love the McRib. I've just never had one. All right. Mark's
False
got to
alarm.
wrap it up here.
It's not
I have
him.
a
False
feeling-
alarm.
Oh, false
Nope.
alarm.
Wasn't
That's
him.
cool. Let's pull this up quick.
a
Merry
ghost.
Christmas. We are really close to manic complaints and Merry Christmas. We can rant
Get it.
and get to the end. Of course, today is the 22nd. That means the 29th would be Sunday. Are we going to be available for a show on the 29th?
I am.
Z-Spouse, are you still here? I think so. I should be here at least. Oh, this is what she told me. We are staying at my dad's house until the Vikings game. So it's hit or miss. We'll see. I'll have to talk to her to confirm.
Ooh, all right.
So we'll see how that goes. They're playing the Packers. Lovely Packers. Everybody loves the Packers.
I'll celebrate New Year's on my own. We will probably be driving. How are you going to stream from the car? Sounds like you guys didn't plan this very well. So you're going to have a bad signal, Ben.
You didn't plan this very well.
No, he did not at all. Just that
you
could
probably join
late.
Yeah, we could try that.
Jesse is still
where's
here?
Jesse?
Jesse, Joellen, Vince, anybody around? Who's around?
Who's around? Who wants nonsense?
Grate some cheese. Okay. That's it. It'll be an hour and a half of me grating cheese before Ben can join us. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
You always get that going for us.
And then,
and will you even?
I'm game if you are. Oh yeah, all right, excellent. Bueller. I will hit you guys up and we'll see what's up and we'll figure something out. We will.
We'll figure something out.
I will not be alone.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. We're just gonna have a big old panel.
You're gonna have like a party. You'll have 0 watchers though, because everyone will be on the show.
We're gonna have a 9-hour live stream like ACOB apparently had this week. He went from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. Well, no, that'd been 9 to 6 Eastern. So was that 7-hour stream? Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jess, you could just play Animal Crossing.
I might.
Yeah. So
I'd bring you guys into the Buttland universe.
The Cozy Buttland stream. The only way to do it.
Stream. Yeah.
Well, it's Christmas. Should we even bother ranting, or should we just be happy and merry for once?
Oh, that sounds cute. Let's rant.
Okay, perfect. What do you want to rant about?
Give me a minute and I'll tell you.
The 1 minute where you're going to come up with something to rant about?
No, give me a minute. Just start the timer. Here, I'll get the cake.
Timer. Gotcha.
I'll get the cake. You get the timer. Hold on. I got to start moving. I forget that I'm part of this. I also do some of the work because Ben does most of it.
That's true.
All right. Okay, listen up. Okay, that is your real name.
I'm ready to say that out loud with my real voice.
All right, here we go. And go.
All right, listen up. Guy who lives across the street. If that is your real name, damn it. I'm pretty sure it is your real name. When I ran out of my house screaming like a madman, hey, can I put this in there? You should have stopped, because why would you not stop if someone yells to you, hey, can I put this in there? All I was trying to do was bring you the package that had been delivered to our house instead. And so I ran across the street with this package in my hand, trying to catch the door to the apartment building, which I had been buzzing all day and nobody let me in. But it was snowing and I didn't put shoes on because you needed your package. It's Christmas. And so I slid on the wet leaves into the curb and broke my toe. And I caught the door. And you have your Christmas package. You're very welcome. And it very much upset the dogs. It upset the dogs so much because they didn't know why I was running outside of the house screaming, so they're standing in the window barking. I come back inside. They go back to their dinner. I go downstairs. Oh, but I'm not done. So I go downstairs and Cheeto comes down and she stands in the door and she's like, dude, something's off. Dude, something's wrong. I'm like, yeah, I think I broke my toe, Cheeto. That's exactly what happened. She's like, no. And she just stood there, but I could tell there was a different look on her face than I had ever seen before. So then I go up to the kitchen because I had been making dinner for Matt, husband, and I, and there was a bunch of smoke coming off the stove. Lazy ass Orion had gone upstairs to sleep. I think she was actually looking out the window to see what had happened, figure out why I ran out the door, and figured out why I came back in limping and all crazy and whatever. And it turns out Cheeto is the one who alerted me to the fact that, like, I don't think the house would have burnt down necessarily, but we definitely would have had a false call to ADT and we would have had to pay a fine. So thank you, Cheeto, for saving us from the fire that was going on in the stove. But it was only because some of Orion's food had fallen onto the stove. And so the burner was like smoking it. It was an awful smell. That's probably still there. But yeah, thanks a lot, guy across the street, for not just stopping and letting me put it in there. That's all I said. I just want to put this in there. Like, why would you not stop for that? I don't get it, sir. Merry fucking Christmas to you too. Mic drop.
All right, you went 2 minutes today, but had to fit in.
It was
that
needed.
Cheeto saved your life.
Yeah.
Or at least your ADT.
Yeah, and she wouldn't have had to, because I could have come right back in the house and continued cooking had I not broken my toe and had to go downstairs and wrap it. You should see this. And luckily for me, my second toe is longer than my big toe, and so that's the one that broke, and so I can walk just fine.
I think that's supposed to mean something too, but I don't know what.
It means I'm an otter, because otters have the same thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just saying words.
I think.
Do you have a rant? Did you also break your toe this week trying to get a package to your neighbor's house?
No, but I got a rant.
All right, good.
Okay.
You let me know when you hit start, and I'll hit the piece of cake.
Okay, go.
Cake.
Okay, listen up, parents, if those are your real names. Parents in particular who pretend that they can use the kids' lingo. Okay? You're embarrassing your freaking kid. It makes them want to hit you every time you say Riz, cap, no cap, ship, let him cook, big back, bro, bruv, Riz, Merry Rizmas, any of those things. You know what? Your parents didn't say your words when you were younger, or if they did, you laughed at them because they were so stupid. Why are you trying to embarrass and humiliate your kids? Yeah. It is sickening and disgusting, and any parent who does that should be punished in the most vile and hideous way. I would suggest you give them nice Christmas presents and hugs, but also hold a grudge until you're 25. Yeah. I think that is the end of my rant, and I should have gotten one of these.
100%. Sorry, I was on the piece of cake instead of the preach. But yeah, preach. Those skibbity toilets have no Riz. They think they're Sigma.
Yeah,
but bruv,
they think they're Sigma, bruv.
Nah. Yeah,
but they ain't that. They're skibbity toilet Ohio when they're trying to act all cool.
Yeah,
it's total. It is cap. Okay.
Yeah. Preach. Sigma.
Jesse says that was a Riz rant, bro.
He misspelled bruv.
Yeah, he did misspell bruv.
Yeah, but we knew what you meant.
We did. He did. So yeah, that's my feelings on that.
Skibbity Christmas to you, sir. Thanks for going on this journey with us. I put a pin in something for 2025. I mean, I know this is the New Year's episode yet, but let's put a pin in something.
Okay.
April 27th, 100th episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
I did the maths today with my skibbity brain.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know either, actually.
Well, 100 episodes. That'll be crazy. April. Yeah. That's right around when we would normally have Brickworld Milwaukee, but we're not going to have Brickworld Milwaukee.
Correct.
So we'll have this instead.
We will.
And we'll celebrate for sure.
Never too early to start planning.
No.
Yeah, maybe post 100th episode, we have a special members only live stream to celebrate our 100th episode. Mm-hmm. Or do a pre 100th episode where they help us put the episode together.
We could do that too. That would be crazy.
That sounds
with another Christmas party on our hands, though.
Skibbity Riz to me. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, we'll just make sure that I keep a bottle of anything for our way. Look who's here! I gotta go.
Perfect.
Bye. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Fact that he made it here right now. Guess what? That's not a mistake, because there are no mistakes, only happy accidents.
I think you are correct.
That's the end of Mark's time today. We are going to end the stream, of course. My son got to pick the closeout song, and of course, he picked the happiest song that we have in our inventory.
Probably
so everybody, enjoy our top song of the year. We had one kid on the stream today. Here's the other. Let's go for it. Orange Spaceships, everyone's favorite. And
Daddy Ben, oh, he loves his space. Lego ships in orange, all in place. But Mara's size, they're all the same. And why that beard? It's just a shame. Orange ships, computers galore. Mara dreams of something more. In Legoland, where dreams take flight. Orange or not, they'll get it right. Daddy, your ships are lame. All of them look the same. And your beard, such a disgrace. Maybe just one short hair on your face.
I spend too much time working on them.
And sometimes you just don't do them because you know.
Yeah.
And your beard.
And my beard.
And your mustache.
I'll get back in the photo so everyone can see.
Ugh.
All right.
It should be more like one of those French ones that is in the movies, like squirrels.
Like a little villain mustache?
Yes, you need that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mara. Thanks for the rant.
Or you just need
Good
one
job.
little hair.
It takes too long for you to build them. Focus, get it done, concentrate, Daddy Ben. One more word about your beard. Come on, Daddy, it's so weird.
And they don't have different size ranges, which they should. And they they all have computers and it's disgusting.
Orange spaceships